for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today, USA Boxing. We back, and we are back. You know, here in America and around the world, it's Christmas Eve today. Some parts of the world, it's already Christmas. You know what I mean? So if you celebrate the festive holidays, you know, salute to you and your family. Wish you guys a Merry Christmas Eve. You know, hope you have a Merry Christmas and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Me, I'm working. I'm doing what I love to do best, work. You know what I mean? I love to work. I have a lot of things that's going to be big for us coming up this upcoming year, 2022. 2022, man, I have a lot of big things that's going to happen to the family. New Media Today, USA Boxing family. We fixing to take this shit to a whole nother level. I told you guys, I'm going to do something that no one has ever seen before in the YTBC. You have some channels that are, you know, they've been around for like 10, 11 years and they got 100,000, 120, 30,000 subscribers, stuff like that. Been around 6, 7 years, stuff like that. But they ain't seen nothing that's finna happen. There's something that I see that no one is doing, right? So I'm gonna just put that out there. But this upcoming year, we got some shit. We're gonna have a lot more. We're gonna have a lot more interviews from some very interesting people, so to speak. So very interesting people. As you guys know, New Media Today, USA Boxing. You know, we're a different outfit over here. You know, we talk a little shit over here. You know what I mean? I don't, I'm not on no code. I'm not on these code that these other guys are on. We don't race bait, race hustle. We don't push these narratives. We don't do that over here. I even have detractors who don't like me, but they watch me every day. They're watching me right now. I got one that's like literally she's stalking me. It's a she. She's stalking me. She always got some shit to say. But she'll watch these shows every day and she will not unsubscribe. Why? I have no idea. She know who I'm talking about. But anyways, let's get into this. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We're going to make it do what it do, though. We're going to keep it festive today. And I want to talk about, can the PBC survive in the upcoming 2022? We've seen some promotional companies that's been around a long time. They have survived the test of time. Top Rank they ain't going nowhere. Think of when, they're not going nowhere. They've been around a while. Top Rank was started with Muhammad Ali and Muhammad Ali and Bob Arum. Muhammad Ali, Bob Arum, and Herbert Muhammad started Top Rank. And then I think Bob ended up buying out Herbert Muhammad, and then now Bob Arum is the guy. They've been around a long time. They've seen the ebbs and flows of boxing, the peaks and the valleys, right? I want to know, will the PBC be around like that? Can they survive 2022? Because we see where it's headed at. And it ain't looking good. Other than that, we'll see what's up, no man. So, anyways, shout out to everyone who's listening to this podcast on Spotify and Amazon Music as well. Let's get into this OJ Jew-Man style. Let's give everybody a round of applause first. Allow YouTube to send out the notifications on the chitlin circuit. And let's do this. Shout out to Drummond for life. Okay. Shout out to the Queen, Arlette. I hope you have a happy holidays as well. Arlette. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. Shout out to Benatti. What's going on, fam? Shout out to my brother Charlo with the Lick Reed. Ronin, 7x2, 7 times 9. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Hector Garcia, my main man, Big Hank in the building. Shout out to HMG ENT. You know what I mean? Let's see. Shout out to let's see what this guy says. He says, I bang with your channel, but talk boxing, not about the PBC all day. For one, sir, you don't know what I'm going to talk about. You read the title and the headlines and you jumped out the window like a lot of you guys normally do. You said you bang on my channel. If you bang on my channel, you would know that. If you think that I'm going to say something that you don't want to hear, HMG, this is what I advise you to do. I advise you to leave the show, sir. If you want to unsubscribe, but leave the show today. If you think that I'm going to say something that you don't like, it's simple. Just leave. I'm not asking you to be here. Okay, you can bang or don't bang. Don't make me no never mind. But don't jump your ass out the window without you even knowing what I'm going to say. If you feel like I'm going to talk about PBC all day, guess what? Get the fuck off the block. You can leave. Okay? Now, let's get back to it. Shout out to Carl Belton. Okay. And the phone lines will be open. If you want to talk about it, you can talk about it. I don't duck no smoke from no nigga. Believe me. Shout out to Eric Gomez. Okay. Bomb Squad, what's going on, fam?
To this day.
Shout out to Thomas Jones. These niggas kill me, come on my show, then try to tell me how to run my show. Nigga, if you don't like it, get the fuck off the block. I don't give a fuck if you rock with me or you don't rock with me. Shit, to be honest with you. And I'm a straight shooter. Phone lines will be open though. Shout out to Hector Garcia. Shout out to Haleen. Shout out to Paul Evans and salute to Ava. Shout out to the Queen, all that once again. Shout out to Thomas Cruz, DC Nardo. What's going on, fam? Shout out to 702 Man Cave. Shout out to Adrian, Big 30. What's going on, fam? I ain't seen you in a minute. Shout out to Devon. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Jacob Torres. Shout out to Graham Taylor once again. Ali Muhammad. Shout out to Deuce Trey. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Larry Baldwin. Shout out to El Foul Player. Romy Rome in the house. Let's see, man. Shout out to Jay Styles in the building. Shout out to Macho Marco. Shout out to John Blaze. Shout out to let's see who else we got. George H in the building. Shout out to the Queen, all that. Let's see. Shout out to Mickey Goldmill. All that says you got someone stalking you. Is it Jill X perhaps? No, this ain't no X. This is a subscriber who come from the LDBC who follows. She's a professional victim. You know, she's a professional victim. She, you know, my words are kind of hard. She don't like a lot of shit that I say. She don't like it, but she watch me every goddamn day. I don't understand how people don't like you, but they watch you every day. I really don't. Like, you know, there's a lot of motherfuckers I don't even watch. You know what I mean? Because I don't fuck with it. It's simple as that. I don't, you know. So, anyways, that's neither here nor there. All that, but that's what's going on. You know. So, she watching. She watching. Shout out to Mickey Goldmill. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bell. Shout out to King KO. Shout out to Lil Green Eyes P. Shout out to Michael Buffer. Shout out to who else we have in the building? Tony Kelly and the boys. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Charles N. Shout out to who else we got in the building? The Queen Lil Green Eyes P. Shout out to let's see who else we have in the building. I want to make sure I don't say the same names. Shout out to Charles Stevens. Shout out to who else we have? Haleen. What's going on, fam? It's cold in the winter. Frankly, Sherry. What's going on? He says LDBC forever. Salute. Yeah, man. Salute to y'all, man. LDBC forever. It is what it is. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. This is not an LDBC channel, though. So you might not want to be here. You probably need to go back over there. Shout out to but salute to you though. Shout out to Silver Stress. Shout out to Samuel Farley. Shout out to let's see, Ricky VW. Shout out to Tank Primetime. Shout out to Danny Drew. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to Graham Taylor once again. Shout out to Devon. What's going on, fam? I think I got everybody. Shout out to Bruce Goals in the building. Shout out to the Fans Corner. Shout out to who else we have in the building, man. Shout out to Arnold. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Killy Boxing, Killy Boy in the building. Let's see. Shout out to Jelly Domino. Shout out to Samuel. What's going on, fam? Let's see. Shout out to Mr. T. Shout out to Tony Kelly. Shout out to my main man Ronald Finkel in the building. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, peace, Coach Malachi. Happy holidays. As far as PBC, they are finito. I can't support networks not merging the best fighting the best in the world. They might be over, may not be over. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's a question that was posed. That was all. It's a question of will they be over with? You know what I mean? If what we have been seeing so far going into the future. You know what I mean? Is there a life after Wilder over there? You know what I mean? Because once Wilder retires, you know, his biggest fight was Fury, so that ain't gonna, you know, I don't think he's gonna get to top that. What they're gonna do? What they're gonna do? But we'll find out. We gonna pull back. We gonna pull back the layers. They got 250 fighters under contract, according to what Rick Glazer shared with us. That's a lot of goddamn fighters that ain't fighting. Shout out to Chris VHS. Shout out to, I think I got everybody. Let's get into this, man. I think we got everybody, man. We got everybody. Now, let's get into this, man. Can the PBC survive in 2022? 250 fighters on the contract, and most of them are broke. 250 fighters, right? Now the question is, and we're gonna go back in time. I want to show you guys something. Now the question is, can the PBC survive in 2022? Without Haymon, sorry about that, guys. Without Haymon currently putting pretty much non-pay-per-view fights on pay-per-view. You see what I'm saying? You know, we have the Tank Davis, Cruz fight tanking, only selling 52,000 pay-per-view buys, and this has been revealed to us from Rick Glazer. Leonard Ellerbe has not refuted it. You know, they haven't came out and showed us anything. Steven Espinosa, they haven't came out and showed us shit. They always show the pay-per-view numbers, always, but now, you know, it is what it is. But that's neither here nor there. The PBC are going to have to do things differently if they want to survive in 2022. Boxing fans are not falling for the banana in the tailpipe anymore. Al Haymon, Floyd Mayweather, and Leonard Ellerbe are going to have to give the boxing fans the fights that we want, or we will not buy any pay-per-view fights from the PBC at all. We won't buy them. Floyd went out there begging, y'all please support the fight, man. Don't illegally stream it. No, that's okay. We like the latter. We like the latter. Now, I bought all the pay-per-view fights this year. I will not be buying any of the pay-per-view fights in 2022. I can promise you that. Only way well, you know what? I'll take that back. I'm gonna get the Ortiz and Martin fight because some of you guys sent some super chats on it, and I'm gonna take that money in order to buy that fight so we can cover it on the first. So I'll do that on the first. But I'm just saying, other than that's about it. Now, as it relates to the PBC, now you can only milk the Errol Spence cow for so long. You can milk that cow as long as you want to, right? But once that's over with, then what? The Wilder Fury saga is over. And if Wilder decides to retire and become, if Wilder decides to retire because of, he don't made enough money fighting Tyson Fury, and because of the brutal beatings that he wore against Tyson Fury, then in my opinion, the PBC is fucked. You see what I'm saying? Because once Wilder leaves, then what? Who else can you try to make a star? The Charlos ain't hitting. Spence, you ain't got but one guy, and between the accidents and the eyeball retina torn and stuff like that, I mean, it's only gonna go so far. Once he fight Ugas, if he wins that fight, then what? You know what I mean? You're gonna have to make something happen. They're gonna have to make something happen. You see what I'm saying? The PBC has 250 fighters under contract, and they only have 3-star fighters: Errol Spence, Tank Davis, and Deontay Wilder. I don't want to hear nothing about the Charlos being stars. Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. Danny Garcia, he's gone. We don't hear nothing about Danny Garcia. His star power, we don't hear nothing about him. Keith Thurman haven't fought in 2.5 years. And Sean Porter retired, and the Charlos, they did pay-per-views in Houston on the doubleheader, and they did 100,000 pay-per-view buys, 2 twins champions fighting in their own city. So them guys ain't no stars. You see what I'm saying? Now, unless Al Haymon can convince Canelo Alvarez to come back to the PBC, I don't see how he can survive with their current business model, because it's going to need someone that's going to garner the attention that they're going to need and generate the kind of money that, that he can pretty much spread the money around a little bit to try to help some of these other fighters by getting them on, getting them fight dates and getting on certain fight cards. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these fighters are not fighting, they're not eating, and no one is really advocating for them. They advocate for the star fighters, which there's only like 2 or 3, but the rest of the fighters, they don't even, say anything about them. And then they, this is why I was so glad we had Rick Glazer on. We dispelled this myth that, everybody on the PBC, it's the place to be, Young MC, you know what I mean? Everything is going good. Everybody living rich. We have mansions. All that's bullshit. All that's bullshit. They'll talk about 2 or 3 fighters as though those 2 or 3 fighters represent everybody. And the reason why I talk about it is because PBC is the company that all of these content creators and all of these narrative pushing dudes on YouTube, this is what they was propping up. So since you prop them up, it's my job to look at it and pull, and pull the roof back on this shit. And we've done that. I think we successfully done that. Now, rumor has it that all of the hedge fund money is gone that Al Haymon got from Waddell and Reed. Waddell and Reed is a white hedge fund company out of I think they're out of Arkansas. If I'm not mistaken. I did a whole show on that. I'm gonna have to bring that video back. All that money is gone, and Waddell and Reed has been bought out by a company out from Australia, a Chinese company out of Australia. That's been bought out. So, we don't know what's going on with that, but we'll see. And if the PBC refused to put their star fighters in the ring with other top fighters that the boxing fans want to see, they may end up losing some of their marquee fighters, like Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner ain't fought since January. He's talking about going to Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? Keep sometime Thurman and Deontay Wilder. If Wilder retires, that's it. And Keith Thurman, I don't even know if we can consider Keith Thurman a fighter anymore. You see what I'm saying? So now, when the PBC was first introduced to the general public back in 2015, I remember it like it was yesterday. The slogan was, "It's time to cut out all of the BS in the sport. I support free boxing. Free boxing for all." Remember that, guys? Remember when the PBC stepped in there? Oh, there's gonna be free boxing. We're gonna take it back to how it used to be. Back when fights was on ABC and with Don King and Bob Arum, and we see Sugar Ray and fight for free on TV. Remember that? Oh, how times have changed. You see what I'm saying? They pitched to the fans that the PBC was going to bring back free boxing. Now we have trash fights on pay-per-view, like Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios. This is a trash fight. This should not be on pay-per-view. Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz, a guy we never heard of. This fight should have been on free TV. Should not have been on pay-per-view. And now Luis Ortiz, King Kong Ortiz versus Charles I Walk the Earth Like a God Martin. Pay-per-view, right? Now, what does that mean? This tells us that the PBC financially, that the well is dry. To me, that's what this tells me. This tells me that financially the well is dry. They can't pay these guys the type of money that they've been used to getting paid. So they like, hey man, listen man, what we're gonna do, baby boy? Take these $30, pack of 9 laters, lemon heads. You know what I mean? And we're gonna put the rest on pay-per-view, and whatever you get on the strength of that, then that'll be your money after we recoup whatever we invested in it. You see what I'm saying? Now, there is no secret in boxing circles that the PBC Witness Protection Program is running low on funds. There's no secret on that, right? And the other promotional companies know it as well. Now, question I have for everyone in the audience, do you think that the PBC can survive in 2022 without, this is the key word, without giving the fans the fights that we want? We know that these niggas on YouTube who cap for the PBC, we know these niggas don't buy pay-per-views. They get on here, they cap, they have behind avatars, they troll, they sell all kind of shit. But them niggas ain't buying pay-per-views. Tank Davis did 52,000 pay-per-view buys. So them niggas, and I always told you guys, YouTube boxing community does not represent the actual boxing fan in society. The YouTube boxing community niggas, they don't, they just be talking, but they don't represent the boxing fans who's actually going to spend the money. You see what I'm saying? So these dudes who capping for certain promotional companies, you see what I'm saying? They ain't buying shit any goddamn ways. And just because you have certain channels who have a certain community that like the dick ride for the PBC, it doesn't mean that this means that everybody by hundreds of thousands is going to buy these pay-per-view buys. No, doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that. And we know this for a fact, right? Now, so do you think that the PBC can survive in 2022 without giving the fans what we want? I seriously doubt that myself. Or do you think Al Haymon, Floyd Mayweather, and Leonard Ellerbe will continue to think that us boxing fans are fools and pay for their garbage pay-per-views? Let's get into this. Let's talk about this. If you don't like what I'm saying, this is for any of my detractors. Any nigga that don't like what I'm saying, you can get off this. You don't watch my show, unsubscribe and leave. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't. And I say this shit every day. And the phone line's gonna be open. As a matter of fact, I normally say we gotta have certain likes. I ain't even go through all that shit today. Fuck it. Let's get us 100 likes, man. We need 24 likes, man. Get us 100 likes, man. I'll open up the phone lines. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Give me 100 likes, man. We open up the phone lines. Fuck it. Today, it is what it is. Shit. Let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and do this. Yeah, I ain't got time. Yeah, car ain't got no roof today, man. Christmas Eve, no Christmas Eve. It don't matter to me. Christmas Eve, no Christmas Eve. The car ain't got no roof. It don't have no roof. I really don't. Like, y'all know me, man. I ain't shit. I don't play with these niggas. I don't. I don't. I'm here to run their ass out the block, bro. I'm here to run their ass out the block. I do not play with these niggas. I don't. I don't like them. I don't. I just don't like them. You know. But anyways, let's continue. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I want to show you guys something. Remember this? Let's throw this up. Remember that this. I was on Keith Thurman's Twitter page. I'm on Keith Thurman's Twitter page. Remember this? Hold on. I want to know. I want to Keith Thurman's Twitter page. Let's see. Phone lines not open yet. Let's see. Who's calling? Your phone line's not open yet. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Phone line's not open yet. Hold on. So let's see. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Now, remember this, guys? Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this? 2015? Let's go back to this. Keith Thurman fighting Robert the Ghost. I do not own the rights to this material. This is for promotional purposes only. Here it goes. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? Areola. I think that's Chris Areola, if I'm not mistaken. We believe in free boxing for all. Remember this, guys? Remember this here? This was the promo 2015. Shout out to Steve Kim as well. Steve Kim had to remind me. Remember this here? Boxing is back. This 2015, right? And everybody got hyped up about this. Oh, how times have changed now. Times have changed. We still get a couple of free fights, you know, but times have changed now. Times have changed. Money looking funny now. This here was when they got the money, right? Money looking funny now, right? Times have changed. I remember this like it was yesterday. Let's go back here. I remember this like it was yesterday. Keith Thurman. This one, Keith Thurman was the man. This one, he still had hair, had the ponytail. Remember that? Remember that? And Charlo, shout out to my brother Charlo. Hey, okay. For dropping that. Bam! What it is? For dropping 10 pounds on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, coming to a year, coach. Followed you since the early days in January. Watched the channel grow and seeing people threaten to unsubscribe. Had brutal conversations, funny chats. Keep growing. Salute. Yeah. You know me, man. Yeah, Charlo, you've been with me since January. That is true. You've been with me since January. That's true, bro. It's a few of you I do know for a fact. You guys been with me since like when I first started, when I had like 50 subscribers. I had like 50 subscribers in January. Then at the end of January, I ended up with 100. And it's been on from there. We almost at 9,500. We almost at 9,500 subscribers. So that ain't bad. That ain't bad. For a small time outfit. But anyways, Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is from my city, guys. Y'all don't know. Keith Thurman is from the Bay Area. He's me and him from the same city. But I don't cap for him. But Keith Thurman, this was Keith Thurman was the guy. Keith Thurman was the guy back then, man. You know, you better not duck me, son. This Keith Thurman. And they, it was promoting this here. I'm looking at some of the old tweets, you know what I mean? You know, this guy was on, he said Keith Thurman only good fights. Let's not act like quality has nothing to do with it. Okay, sarcasm, okay. So, these just people just saying a couple of things. But I remember this 2015. Do y'all remember that? Going back down memory lane. Let's go over here, man, and talk to the people in the chat. Let's go down memory lane. He said they even used to broadcast their fights on Bounce TV. Yeah, remember how it was. Fight Central, UK. They moved the goalpost, fam. Okay, I mean things have changed though. Jacob Torres, he say free. Most of them are on Showtime, if not on pay-per-view. Well, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. if it's on Showtime, it's a cable network. As long as you can pay for cable, you get to see the fight. So I don't even have an issue with that. I don't think people even have an issue with that because you got to get cable. You see what I'm saying? But it's now you have cable, but then you got to pay pay-per-view on some of these fights. And the issue is when you're putting everything on pay-per-view. When you put everything on pay-per-view. When you put everything on pay-per-view, that's the issue. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We will be opening up the phone lines. When I put the number down, that's when you can call in. 80D, what you say? You say need to see some Super 8 tournaments where the top 8 fight in comps. Yeah. You know what I mean? I would love to see that. And not even trip on if the fighter wins or loses. As long as the fight is competitive, we'll still be able to get those fights. You know what I mean? So, and that's all I'm saying. This is not about we got to keep the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. See, the flaw in this Floyd Mayweather blueprint logic is this. This is the flaw. Floyd Mayweather is a unicorn in the sport. He was the one that was able to, because of, he met Al Haymon, and he was able to work out astronomical deals with Showtime, and he was the cash, not only the cash cow, he was the cow at that time, Floyd Mayweather. So people are trying to say, we're going to do it how Floyd did it. The thing is, PBC, Floyd Mayweather was an entity before he met Al Haymon. Bob Arum built Floyd Mayweather up. Floyd Mayweather was with Top Rank before he got with Al Haymon. This is facts. I ain't making no shit up. This is facts. Find out who was promoting him when he came out of the Olympics. Then he was able to buy his contract out with Bob Arum, bought his contract out, became a free agent, and then he was working on a free agent basis with Al Haymon. The problem is when people give me this Floyd Mayweather argument, how come the PBC have not been able to produce another Floyd? The reason why they have not been able to produce another Floyd because they never produced the first Floyd. The first Floyd was already going to where he was going to go at anyways, right? He hooked up with Al Haymon. It was a perfect match in business heaven. But outside of now, Floyd Mayweather's not a fighter anymore, and the PBC was pretty much built on Al Haymon's brains and Waddell and Reed money and Floyd Mayweather's talent. They have not been able to replicate that success with none of their fighters. They have 250 fighters, so you got to try to have multiple guys that you can make stars. You got to try to have multiple guys you can make stars. And how you build these fighters, you put them out, you put them on free TV. You put them on free TV. See, people like to give. This is the thing. People like to give. They like to tell part of the story that fits the narrative. When it doesn't fit the narrative, they like to ignore it. When it doesn't fit the narrative, they like to ignore it. And this is what they like to do. And then when I call out the double standards, and I always say this, if these niggas didn't have a double standard, they wouldn't have a standard at all. I'm standing on my square over here. Christmas Eve, I'm still standing on my square. Flag waving high. Doesn't matter to me. You're not going to stop what's coming. Pause. You're not going to stop what's coming. He says, Steve Kim wrote a good article on PBC pay-per-views for Snack yesterday. Yeah, we're going to watch that. We're going to share that. We're going to share that right now. You're not going to stop what's coming. I want to get rid of all of my haters and detractors. Get their ass out the way. I promise you, I will not beg you to stay. We want to get rid of their ass, send their ass back over there to the Alphabet Boys. And over here, we only want objective fight fans. We don't want no bias. We don't want no race hustling. We don't want no race baiting. We just want objective fight fans. Over here, you should be able to come over here, disagree. We don't give a fuck what your race, nationality, or creed is. We ain't no goddamn race hustling or race baiting code. We care nothing about your victimhood mentality. We are only on the sport of boxing, and we're going to talk what we're going to talk, say what we're going to say, and the next day we're going to do it all over again. But we finna take off. I'm finna show you something. What do you see what I have? What do you see what I have? What do you see what I have upcoming? He says the PBC fanboys complaining about HBO broadcasting their fights on pay-per-view. They don't have the same energy when Al charges $75 for garbage matchups. No, you know what? They don't have the same energy because they don't even buy it. They don't have the same energy, Adrian, because they don't even buy it. That's why. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. That's why they don't even buy the pay-per-views. They come online and cap, but they ain't supporting them. They ain't supporting that. They're not supporting that. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they cap, but they ain't support that shit. They ain't support that last fight. You see what I'm saying? So this is the question. This is the question. You know what I mean? So this is the question. Let's go over here, man, because Steve Kim did write a really beautiful article. This is a really beautiful article. And I'm going down memory lane. Why am I going down memory lane? Because I'm going somewhere with this. Why are we going down memory lane, coach? We going somewhere with this.
True.
You know me. You know me. You know how I do it. You know how I do. If you've been following me around, if you've been following me a while, you ought to know what the lick is. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you like the content, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you don't like the content, you shouldn't be here watching. Just leave. Just leave. We'll be fine without you. Now, here we go, right here. Here we goes right here. Let's open this up a little bit more. Now, Steve Kim wrote a beautiful article for Snack, right? Shout out to Mario Lopez and the 3 Knockdown Rule podcast with Steve Kim. That's a pretty good podcast. Pretty good podcast. You see AB. Now this what Adrian Broner was that. Hold on, what that was, let's see. This what Adrian Broner was that guy. When did he lose him? When did he lose to Maidana? What year that was? Hold on, guys. What year that was AB lost to Maidana, guys? What year that was? AB, the can man, anybody can get it. Mexicans can get it. Africans can get it. Puerto Ricans can get it. Dominicans can get it. Hey, bro, that shit was hilarious, bro. I miss AB, man. I miss AB in you say December 2013. Okay. I miss AB, man, and I miss AB and I miss Keith Thurman. Because Keith Thurman and AB are characters and they know how to sell a sport. Bro, just look how boring it is when you don't have someone that can sell a sport over there. They don't have no characters over there like that. Let's see. Yeah, you're right, brother. That was December 2013. Damn, dog. Bro, listen. This was this fight here when Adrian Broner fought Marcos Maidana. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I rooted against I went against AB. And I'm gonna tell you why I went against AB. Because in the press conference, he was so disrespectful. And some of the shit that he was, and I was pro-black at the time. I was pro-black in 2019. But I was like, I just thought he went far with like some of the just salacious shit that he was saying out of his mouth. And I'm like, damn, AB, you going a little too far. You know what I mean? I picked him to win that fight, though. I picked him to win that fight, but I wasn't mad that he lost. So I kind of went against him on that. But I did pick him to win the fight. And Marcos Maidana put on a spectacular show that day. And after that, he has not been the same. But let's go here, right? AB, you got Danny Garcia right here. You know what I mean? Danny Garcia ain't beat nobody good in the welterweight division. He lost all his step-up fights. Danny Garcia built a reputation in the 140 division. He never fought Crawford at 140, and he didn't fight what the dude is what the guy that was the big boogeyman, not the boogeyman, but the one that Crawford fought on like a 2-3 weeks notice and beat him. Freddie Roach's trainer. I forgot his name. But anyways, you see Robert the Ghost right here. Let's go down. This is a really good article. He said that was a time. Let me sit back on this. There was a time as PBC Premier Boxing Champions. There was a time, guys, that the PBC made its debut in the spring of 2015 that its stated mission statement was free boxing for all. Remember that? Free boxing for all. I remember that, right? That was 6 years ago. That after years of being showcased on premium cable and pay-per-view, that this organization led by Mr. Al Haymon and funded by who? Waddell and Reed. Postal, that's the name, Postal, Victor Postal. Yeah, that's it, Victor Postal. Thank you so much, guys. Why that read? So for all you Wakandan forever, niggas who coming to me preaching this this fake ass pro-black shit, guess what? You don't know Al Haymon, he don't talk to you. You never seen him before, you never heard him speak, but he has white investors who put the money up, right? I broke this down before, we're going to go ahead and do a whole show on this Sunday. Sunday, I'm going to break this shit down like a 57 Chevy. I'm going to piss some people off, but I shouldn't piss them off because they shouldn't be here if they don't like me in the motherfucking ways, right? They don't like me. They shouldn't be here. So anyways, he said, now you can argue how much of an impact. Let's keep going here, right? Now that after years of being showcased on premium cable and pay-per-view, that this organization led by Al Haymon and funded by Waddell and Reed would bring the great sport of boxing back to the masses on network television. This was just 6 short years ago. You can argue how much of an impact they have had on the boxing industry. And a lot of the fighters that the PBC have, they pretty much took them from they took them from Golden Boy. A lot of them from Golden Boy and other companies and stuff like that. Because a lot of these fighters were with either Golden Boy or Top Rank that the PBC fighters have. The Charlos was with Golden Boy at one point. What's my main man there? Deontay Wilder was with Golden Boy at one point. Right? Now, you can argue how much of an impact they have had on the boxing industry. We can do that, right? There are both many detractors and advocates of the PBC. But this much is clear. As you can see, their early schedule for the first quarter 2022, well, it's no longer. Let's see. Free, sorry, it couldn't exist. There's no more free TV. No more free. How they started and where they're at right now, they are at 2 different places right now. Where they started at, the commitment that they made and gave to the fans, and where they're at now is 2 different places. While there are fights lined up on Showtime, there are already 3 pay-per-view fight cards on Fox Sports. Chances are there will be even more the rest of the year. On New Year's night, right, guys, there is a lower price card of $39.99 that features a cadre of heavyweights headlined by Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin. Luis King Kong Ortiz, the guy who they came up with from a marketing ploy standpoint, and said he was the boogeyman of the division. This nigga. Now, I like Ortiz. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We got over 300 people watching, and we have less than 200 likes. That's ridiculous. It might be a lot of my detractors. That's all, and that's fine. That's fine. But hit the like button. Now, we got Frank Sanchez and we got Carlos Negron as well. Years ago, this would have been a really good version of a heavyweight explosion brought to you by Cedric Kushner or an HBO Boxing After Dark telecast. This is true. A lot of you guys who probably don't remember Boxing After Dark over there in Showtime, you know what I mean, with HBO, a lot of you guys probably don't remember that. But a fight like this would have been on Boxing After Dark. This is facts. This promotion takes place in Hollywood, Florida. On a day when there is a full schedule of college football bowl games taking place. Now, they haven't learned their lesson from the Tank Davis fiasco. Tank Davis fought, and it wasn't Tank Davis's fault. Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe and Al Haymon, they were so smart that they thought that they were going to put Tank Davis and Esau Cruz fight on Sunday coming up against the NFL. 52,000 pay-per-view buys later, they realized that was a big mistake. Let's continue. Now, let's see. This is Ortiz. This is him talking about my mind and my body are in top shape. If anyone thinks that I won't be up to the challenge, they're dead wrong. I welcome any challenger, and that includes Charles Martin. This is Ortiz. Ortiz, we know you 52 years old. We know that, right? But that's neither here nor there. Let the old man get out there and fight and try to get him some money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, on February the 5th, from the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, Keith Thurman makes his return against Mario Barrios in Las Vegas, right? With featherweight Leo Santa Cruz coming back versus Keenan Carbajal, right? Keenan Carbajal, right? Leo Santa Cruz versus Carbajal. Okay, that's going to be pretty good. Thurman has not fought since dropping a 12-round decision against Manny Pacquiao in the summer of 2019. So Keith Thurman hasn't fought in 2.5 years. You probably have new fight fans in boxing right now, don't even know who the hell this guy is right now. And Keith Thurman is from my city. Right? He's from the Bay Area. He's from my city. You see what I'm saying? But don't nobody know who the hell Keith Thurman is anymore. And the few people who did know, whatever buzz he had, that shit was gone when he cut the ponytail. 2.5 years ago, right? And Barrios, let's see. So, he got, let's see. Keith Thurman, Keith Thurman hasn't fought, since he fought Manny Pacquiao in the summer of 2019. And Barrios was stopped by Gervonta Tank Davis in Atlanta, Georgia, right? In a junior welterweight contest. Tank Davis moved up in weight to stop Mario Barrios. I didn't know nobody who really knew him, to be honest with you. Shout out to Sergio for dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, "Hey, coach, here's a super chat for the interview you did with Ricky Ross. You Blood and Ring IQ are becoming my favorite channels. Y'all keep it real." I appreciate that, fam. I really do appreciate that. Appreciate that. I appreciate the love and support. We came a long ways. We came a long ways. We came a long ways. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. Now let's continue. Now, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, let's continue. So now, Santa Cruz. Now we got Leo Santa Cruz in his last outing back in October 20th, back in October 2020. He was knocked out by Tank Davis. So Leo's coming back. He took off pretty much all of 2021. So understandably, so that was a brutal knockout he had. That was a brutal knockout. That was a nice uppercut that Tank caught him with. He slipped that jab. He slipped that right hand, went up under and came with the uppercut. That was like a knockout of the year, like type fight, type knockout. You know what I mean? Now, meaning that 3 of the 4 boxers in the main event or co-headlining bouts are coming off of losses. They're coming off of losses, and some of them have been off for a long time. Some of them have been off for a long time, right? Now, also on this pay-per-view lineup is a welterweight contest between Abel Ramos and Josecito Lopez. And an interesting featherweight pairing between Carlos Castro and Luis Neri, right? Luis Neri. You see what I'm saying? Now, this comes on a night where both the Zone and ESPN Plus will have cards of their own. So the PBC is going to be competing with these other cards. The Zone is going to be competing with PBC and ESPN. ESPN is going to be competing. So there's just going to be a competition of fights. People are going to have to decide which one is the best fight card, what they're going to buy. I think more people are going to go for the bang for their buck. If they can get a good fight without paying an arm and a leg, I think that's the route that most people will go anyways. You see what I'm saying? Let me get this super chat out of the way, guys. Shout out to Sergio for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, by the way, Merry Christmas, coach. Yeah, I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. Now, after that, you will have the welterweight unification title with WBC IBF champion Errol Spence and WBA title holder Yordenis Ugas. This fight was recently approved by the WBA, and more on that in the upcoming edition. Yeah, because Ugas and Spence had a contract signed this year. Their contract been signed this year to fight each other. That was already signed. And Ugas confirmed that. Ugas said that as well. I have the receipts on that as well when Ugas said it, because he posted it on his Twitter account. And while it does feature 2 elite 147 pounders, there's a segment of boxing fans who are dismayed that Spence is not facing WBO titleist Terrence Crawford, who is no longer bound to top rank. Okay, it is not clear what Thurman and Barrios and Spence and Ugas will be priced at, because they haven't put the prices out for neither one of these fights. More than likely, Spencer Ugas is going to be $79.99. Thurman Barrios, we'll see what kind of interest that Thurman can pull up, conjure up from the boxing fans. But I can tell you right now, a lot of people on YouTube, they do a lot of capping for these companies, but they don't buy. The numbers speak for itself. They don't buy. So we'll see what Thurman will be able to do. I might support my homeboy. He from a city, so I might support him. I don't know. Because I did say I ain't buying no pay-per-views next year. I ain't buying no pay-per-views next year. I mean that. So I'll see. I'll find a way how I can get this fight. Somebody send me a link on New Media Today at you. Do y'all go to New Media Today USA? No, go to New Media Today USA at gmail.com. And you can also just hit me up on my DM on Twitter. I mean on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm on just look up Coach Malachi Williams. You'll see me. Now, what is clear is that Fox will lean very much into the pay-per-views in 2022. There's nothing wrong with that if they want to do that. But they better be giving us pay-per-view worthy fights. Looking forward down the road, when Davis and Deontay Wilder return, their next fights will most likely be based on pay-per-view as well. More than likely, right? More than likely. Yeah, it makes you long for the days of time buys. And this is how they used to do it, right? With the time buys, how they used to buy time on these different networks, and we used to get to see these fights for free. And this is how you normally used to build the fighters up back in the day. That's how the old school promoters did it. The Kings, the Arams, that's how they built it up back in the day. Nowadays, with the PBC, their model has changed from when it started out in 2015. Now, there is some chatter that as the calendar turns into 2022 about the lightweight matchup involving Ryan Garcia and Isaac Cruz, right? The 23-year-old Garcia has not fought since January 2nd. I think Garcia's with Golden Boy. where he came off the canvas to stop Luke Campbell in 7 rounds. He did that. He did that with a body shot too, left hook to the body. And he pulled out of 2 scheduled bouts this year. I don't like talking about Ryan Garcia. I call him an Instagram model because he pull out of fights all the goddamn time. Ryan Garcia, that's all he do. He's an Instagram model. Broke his hand taking a selfie on Instagram. Shout out to AM Films.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said it was actually Breeders' Prescott that Bud fought on short notice. A good show, bro. Yeah, but I thought it was what the dude name, not Breeders' Prescott, but I thought it was yeah, y'all just told me the guy name. Y'all just told me the guy name. Freddie Roach trained him. But yeah, but thank you. Thank you anyways. I was thinking about I keep forgetting this guy named Postall, Victor Postall. That's what I was thinking about. Now, as time goes on, he's becoming known more for a social media influencer than a professional prize fighter. Ryan Garcia, yes, he is. He's a social media influencer, right? If I want to learn how to take a selfie, I would get in contact with Ryan Garcia. He's probably one of the best in the countries when it comes to taking selfies, right? Now, Pitbull Cruz just recently gave Tank Davis all he can handle over 12 rounds, losing a close decision. This will be an interesting bout given due to the inactivity of Ryan Garcia and just how game Cruz was just a few weeks ago. But you wonder if Golden Boy Promotions and the PBC can actually come to an agreement on such a fight. These two companies rarely break bread nowadays. They rarely break bread because remember, Top Rank and Golden Boy ended up suing PBC because a lot of the fighters that were with the PBC were on Golden Boy. And Richard Schaefer did some, I don't know what he did some hell of a shit. And next thing you know, De La Hoya lost damn near all of his fighters to the PBC. And Richard Schaefer used to work for them. So there's a whole history of fuckery that's been going on. I don't know a whole lot about it. It ain't none of my goddamn business. I really don't give a damn, but I just want to address it anyways. So these two companies very seldom break bread together, right? If this fight doesn't come to fruition, look for guys like Morcito Gesta and Hector Tananara Jr. to be given consideration for Garcia's return. So we'll see who he's going to fight. You know what I mean? Now, oh yeah, man, we got to send a shout out to Davis Deontay, man. He's a ringside announcer. Not a ringside announcer, but yeah, he's a ring announcer, man. He got into a motorcycle accident, man. So much prayers to that brother and his family. And we hope everything work out for him. You see what I'm saying? So now, as you can see, when the PBC first started, it was free TV. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. It was free TV. It's not free TV anymore. Now, the pay-per-view model, it's a possibility that it can work, but you're going to have to give people the fights that they want to see. You can't give us Hobo Sam versus Poke Chop Willie and then say, yeah, this is going to be pay-per-view. This is going to be $80. Y'all pay for this. Or you can't give us a star fighter, a fighter who you guys say is that guy, and then you line him up with a fighter that we never heard of. You're lining up with a fighter you never heard of. We can't do that. Debo says Schaefer looted Oscar's company. Yeah, he did that. He did that for Al Haymon. Richard Schaefer. So that's what I'm going to tell you when people go to talk about, yeah, man, all these different people and nationalities, they stick together. Last time I checked, I think Richard Schaefer was Mexican and De La Hoya is a Mexican American. And Richard Schaefer took all of De La Hoya fighters and gave it to Al Haymon. Took him over there. You see what I'm saying? And that's facts. That's facts. So and then now you have different platforms. If this is what I see happening. If you can get really good quality fights for a cheaper price, I think that the fans will be willing to pay for these type of fights, you know, because especially if they have the option to get it at a cheaper price. Now, the only way you can justify doing $80, $90, $100 pay-per-view buys, you have to have enough interest from the audience in order to make that happen. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury were the best things that ever happened to each other. Before Deontay Wilder met Fury and Fury met Deontay Wilder, they couldn't sell shit. They couldn't sell shit. They couldn't really sell too much of nothing. They was the best thing that ever happened to each other. You see what I'm saying? I remember they was begging people to go to the Oda Wallin fight when Fury fought Oda Wallin. They was begging people to go to the Tom Schwartz fight. They was begging people, like begging people to get tickets away. You see what I'm saying? Neither one can sell out a venue. Now they didn't sell out their fights, but they did very well. They made a lot of money at the Live Gate and The Tyson Fury Wilder 2 fight did damn good. They damn good. I think ESPN them said that they lost money on the fight, but it did good. And in the third fight, of course, the pay-per-views did nowhere near what the second fight did. But the fact is that, they was able to, and on YouTube, they was able to create a racial narrative. They know the title. Okay, Tyson Fury is this cheater. He's this racist white guy, and we Wakanda. We got to stand up and fight and fight against the what is it? The oppressors, the colonizers. The racial element. They brought that into the game, and in the third fight, we know how that turned out. Now that's died off and went, and that ship has sailed. You see what I'm saying? So now the only way you're going to be able to get people excited about buying big pay-per-views, you're going to have to do what? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I said I'm going to put the phone lines up there. Sorry about that, guys. We need 27 likes. Give me 27 likes. We'll open up the phone lines. 27 likes. We'll open up the phone lines. And I'm going to have it ready right here. The only way we're going to get that kind of excitement, you're going to have to give us big fights. You're going to have to justify $80. Now, some people may still buy the King Kong Ortiz and Charles Martin fight. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's not a pay-per-view fight. That's not a pay-per-view fight, guys. The Ortiz and Charles Martin fight is not a pay-per-view fight. Some people may still buy it anyways. There's nothing wrong with that. But to be honest, it's not a pay-per-view fight. It's not. It's not a pay-per-view worthy fight. You see what I'm saying? Nobody know who the hell Charles Martin is, and Ortiz is 75 years old. And so I'm just being honest with you. And then Keith Thurman fighting Mario Barrios, boy, hush. You got a guy who haven't fought from my city. Keith Thurman is from my city. You got a guy who hasn't fought in 2.5 years versus a guy who people barely know, but they know that Tank Davis stopped him in Atlanta. So Tank Davis fans ain't going to buy Mario Barrios. They have not become all of a sudden newfound fans of Mario Barrios. You see what I'm saying? I don't see anybody on the internet running around talking about something. Yeah, boy, Mario Barrios. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, Mario Barrios. Boy, and you don't see none of that shit. Why is that fight on pay-per-view? I have no idea. But guess what? Good luck with that. Good luck with that. That's all I can say. And I mean that in all out sarcasm. Good luck with that. You see what I'm saying? So anyways, Batman, what you say, fam? He says, hey, Coach Ortiz is a good co-main event for Spence Ugas at best. You know what? Yeah, that would be real good. You can have, they can still follow that up. Once Spence fights Ugas, they got to have a damn good undercard on that fight. The problem is when if fighters want a certain amount of money, they're going to have to be willing to fight for the low. They're going to have to be willing to fight for the low. You see what I'm saying? They're going to have to be willing to fight for the low. They're going to have to. You see what I'm saying? In order to fight on that undercard. So it just depends on what the fighter needs. But a lot of these fighters, they only fight once every 18 months, once every 13, 14 months, once every, you know what I mean? They don't fight enough. So they're not making any money to be able to take care of their families like that. And we know that myth has already been dispelled, that everybody over there got mansions and driving Lambos and Al Haymon cutting checks left and right and everybody living good. That's bullshit. That was a narrative that's being pushed by the race hustle channels.
Hey,
Shout out to Ronald Finkley for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, appreciate it. You came on the scene. New Media Today USA Boxing needs to be more transparent. Boxing needs to be more transparent in 2022. But I'm out on thinking PBC will get the message. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to see. Right now, that shit it don't look like they're getting the message right now. It don't look like they're getting the message. It don't look like they're getting the message, to be honest with you. It doesn't. It doesn't look like they're getting the message, to be honest with you. I'm gonna just be honest with you, man. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? But they went from everything's gonna be free to now everything is pay-per-view. And I think it's because these fighters were making so much money and getting paid. And I think Al Haymon realized he had to pay to play in order to get these fighters to leave Golden Boy. Richard Schaefer pretty much stole all of Oscar De La Hoya's fighters, and he sold them to the PBC. That's what he did. Mexican stole from another Mexican guy. So all that shit that everybody from different races and nationalities stick together, that these race hustles be pushing, bullshit. Richard Schaefer didn't stick with Oscar De La Hoya. So cut that shit out. You see what I'm saying? So But I get it. I get the narrative. But that's neither here nor there. But 2022 is going to be very interesting. You have seem like Top Rank signed up a lot of the young talent already. That's came out of the Olympics. And Bob Arum has been around for like 50 years. So when you have a business, you've been around that long, and you came up with Muhammad Ali and Herbert Muhammad and stuff like that, and you put on some of the biggest fights in boxing. Don King was the greatest promoter of all time, hands down. Hands down. I talk a lot of shit about Don, the way he treated his fighters financially, but when it came to promoting the fights, giving us the fights that we want, guess what? Don King gave us that. And we don't want to hear we didn't get no too many bum fights with Don King. Now we did when he had the heavyweight tournament in the late 70s, early 80s, when he had the heavyweight tournament, we did get bum fights. But boy, Don King was known for making some, like, you wouldn't have to worry about no other side of the street, and you with different promotional companies with Don King. Don made the fights happen. Don King made the fights happen. Really, though.
But this bum is taking the easy matches. Fight another bum.
Don King did that. Don King did that. And a lot of these guys, hey guys, we need 25 more likes to open up the phone lines. 25 more likes to open up the phone lines. You know what I mean? So here you go. Don King did that. That's what I loved about Don King as a promoter. Say what you want to say about Don, but goddamn Don, Don gave us the fights. Don gave us the fights. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, boy. Anybody know that? No, Don know that. Say what you want to say about him, and I talk a lot of shit about King. But I like King. King very funny to me. I don't like how he treated his fighters. I really don't. I don't like how he treated his fighters. If someone is a diehard fan of Don King, of course you're going to cap for him and make up. If you're a friend of him, you're going to say contrary to popular belief. But I can draw the line where it needs to be at. I believe the fighter. You know what I mean? I believe but other than that, Don King gave us those fights. He gave us those fights. He did that. He gave us those fights. So, and the boxing needs Don King. We need a Don King because all this other shit that's going on, we wouldn't have that shit if someone like a Don King was here. Other side of the street, you got to get a COVID shot. You got to be 25. None of that shit with Don. And we had Don King. Jamal Charlo would have fought all three middleweight champions in the middleweight division. And would have had Don King. Wouldn't have been all this other shit that's going on. He would have fought him. And would have had Don King, Errol Spence, and Crawford would have been fought each other 2 years ago. And would have had Don King, Wilder, and Anthony Johnson would have fought each other years ago. And would have had Don King. And that's for real. Yeah, I gotta listen, man. You know me. I'm one of his biggest critics. But guess what? I can't lie on him. I can't lie on him when it comes to that. That man made that happen. And see, all of this bullshit that's going on with, this promotion company, that promotion company. When King was on the scene, King had him shaking like booty meat. King had him shaking like booty meat. True. Because if you ain't listen, and King will take your fighter. He see a way that he can get you out of that contract. Yo, come on over here, man. I'm gonna get you all the big fights, baby boy. You're gonna get all the big fights. All of that. So shit, if you're gonna be a fan and cap for a promoter, that's a promoter to cap for. All these other cats, I can't. I don't do any promotional D-ride. That's against the rules. And we need 16 more likes for me to open up the phone lines. We have 363 people in the chat, and we have less than 200 likes. Want to open up these phone lines. I want to hear from you. I like to talk to the people on Christmas Eve, and I like to hear from my detractors. If you're a detractor of mine, why are you here? I have no idea. You don't like my content. Well, apparently you must do. I don't know why you're here if you're a detractor. You know what I mean? I probably feel the same way about you the way you feel about me. But the phone lines will be open. We need what we need. We need 10 more likes. Let me open up these phone lines. But yeah, man, so I don't know how they're gonna be able to survive in 2023, 2022. Because you gotta have to give us something more than Spence fighting Ugas, that's one pay-per-view. But the Barrios and Teeth Thurman, nah, that ain't gonna fly. The Ortiz and Charles Martin, nah, that ain't gonna fly. They should be on the undercard of Spence and Ugas, to be honest with you. You got 3 stars. You got 3 bullets in your chamber over there. You got 3 bullets. You got Wilder. Y'all better hope like hell he don't retire. You have Spence, and you have Tank Davis. That's it. Out of 250 fighters. That's all you have. Y'all in trouble, it looks like. Shout out to, especially if you don't want to make any other fights with any other companies. Shout out to Almighty. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Haymon in-house fighting ruined half of his boxers. I think not having long-term like vision. You see what I'm saying? Not having vision. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We need over 200 likes. I think that's what it is. Not having the vision. You can't keep oversaturating the market by making every fight a pay-per-view fight. Just can't do it. Shout out to my main man Shelton in the building, Shelton Moore in the building. Damien says, coach, I don't think the PBC model would change at all. Other than the 3 so-called stars, the payouts are probably extremely low, and I'll let the pay-per-view pay the fighters. Yeah, but see, you know, in my opinion, Damien, the money is in the guarantee. You know, the money is money. The money is with the guarantee. But I think the reason why Al has to do pay-per-view because that money that he might have got from his hedge fund from Waddell and Reed, that money might have went low. So if it's too low, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to do that. Keith Thurman wants to search. Keith Thurman said he wanted $10 million to fight Terrence Crawford. That's what he said. Remember, he went on a Twitter rant. Bob M got to not be cheap. I want $10 million. Keith Thurman, I got one thing to ask you. Are you getting $10 million now, sir? Are you getting $10 million now? You say Bob was being cheap. Okay, he didn't want to pay you $10 million. Are you getting $10 million now to fight Mario Barrios, Keith Thurman? And if not, is Al Haymon being cheap? You ain't getting no 10 mil. Pretty sure you ain't getting no 10 mil fighting, you know, Mario Barrios. Pretty sure. Right? So why are you back in the ring? I ain't fighting, you know, they got to pay me more than I need 10 million. Okay, are you getting 10 million fighting Mario Barrios? I wonder. Are you getting 10 million fighting Mario Barrios? Boy, I got a lot of my detractors here today, boy. I'll say, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. They don't even want to hit the like button. That's fine. I'm gonna open up the phone lines and see what they got to say, though. You know me. Christmas Eve, no Christmas Eve, don't make me no never mind. Shit. Car ain't got no roof over here. Car ain't got no roof over here, man. You can believe that. Let's continue, though. Let's see what we got. I want to open up these phone lines bad. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got over 200 likes. We got over 200 likes. Phone lines is open. Phone lines is open. Call the old boy, man. See what's up. Call me. See what's up. See what's up. Pretty sure he ain't getting $10 million fighting Mario Barrios, though. 2.5-year layoff, and you're going to try to make us pay pay-per-view for it. And Floyd did say, hey, listen, you guys need to stop streaming. Need to stop illegally streaming. You know, pay for the fight. No. The people need to continue to do what they've been doing. Y'all been illegally streaming it. Continue to illegally stream it. Why would you pay? Why would you pay pay-per-view? Pay pay-per-view for fights that we didn't ask for? Why? Give us what we want. One thing I say about Don King was a fight fans promoter. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Mason Key? That's Florida. What's going on?
Key, what's going on, fam? What's up with you, brother?
Hey, man, I want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. You know, to everybody, you, the chat, everybody, was a wonderful year. I'm glad that I met you and a lot of these other guys in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna really take up no time because I gotta do some last minute shopping myself and go to get some dinner with my family.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that everybody should take into consideration, based on your topic, that the PBC is like a pyramid scheme, man. It's like, that's why they give these stipends to the fighting. It's like, take the first man's money and then spread it out over everybody else. Right. You know what I mean? And they keep doing that. You know what I mean? That's why they 250 fighters deep. They can't maintain that. The bubble's gonna burst. You know what I mean? It's a pyramid scheme. You know what I mean? It's gonna burst at some point. So that's all I gotta say. Shout out to you, brother.
What do you? Go
ahead. You got.
No, what do you got to say to the people who saying, "Oh man, you just hating on the PBC because because it's an all-black company and you don't want to see them come up"? You hating? What you got to say about that?
Nah, they don't know you that. You keeping your foot on their neck. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to be held accountable. There's nobody that you know, free from accountability. Everybody needs to be held accountable. So anybody hating on you, let them hate, bro. They're just making you more popular. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? Hit the dislike button even if you don't like him. As long as you're here giving us view hours, giving us, you know what I'm saying, the timestamps and all that. Hey, we love it. We love it. Keep coming back.
All right, salute the Major Key Boxer, man. I appreciate the support, my brother. Major Key been rocking with me for a while since like February. Since February, for real though. Yeah, he's saying, Coach, they're literally saying it's legalized bank robbery if they still buying fights. They openly insulting us. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You know, but who knows? You know, maybe Al Haymon, Floyd, because Floyd Mayweather say, hey, listen, if you know, when you do business with PBC, you do business with me. You know, because me and Al Haymon together, so it's Floyd Mayweather as well. We believe in working smarter, not harder. Let's see how that working smarter, not harder business concept. Let's see how that works in 2022. Because, you know, we starting a movement over here and we ain't buying none of that shit. We boycotting that shit. We are streaming everything. If anything that ain't nailed down, that's on pay-per-view, it's getting streamed. And these dudes, these dudes who cap for the PBC, they don't buy that shit anyways. Phone lines is open. Phone lines is open, man. 530-494-9636. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Salute to everyone who's listening to this podcast on Spotify and as well as Amazon Music. Alonzo says that PBC are legacy killers. Legacy fight killers. We'll see. We'll see what they're able to do. You know what I mean? They gotta try to get they have to try to give the fight fans what we want. Period. Gonna have to try to get the fight fans what we want. Period. Make these fights happen. And we know that they can because PBC and Top Rank have done fights together in the past. PBC and Top Rank has done fights together in the past. PBC and I think The Zone. I don't know if they've done any fights with. Yeah, I think they let some of their fighters go across the street. Marcus, you know, I think I'm not sure about The Zone, but yeah, Marcus Brown is with PBC fighter. They let him go. They let him fight. What the brother name? Marcus Brown fought Beterbiev. They let him fight Beterbiev. You see what I'm saying with ESPN? So they do these fights when they want to. You know what I mean? They do these fights when they want to. We see that Marcus Brown is a. To me, he's a dirty fighter, dog. He always headbutting and cutting people, bro. Like, that dude dirty.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Rolling With His Punches for dropping that $4. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hold on, guys. We got another call calling in, man. Super sticker. Thank you so much, my brother, man. Rolling With the Punches. Thank you so much, fam. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I got Barrios, coach.
I'm not gonna say I know shut voice anyway.
What's up, brother? Yeah. I got Barrios, man. I think Barrios gonna beat this kid, man. This kid been out the ring for damn near 3 years. I don't know what guy's gonna show up. However, if he does lose to Barrios, it's over for him.
Hey, man, I gotta go with my homeboy, man. We from the same city, man. So he from Clearwater. He from Clearwater. I'm from West Tampa, so same area pretty much. I'm a ride with Keith Thurman on this, man. I'm a ride with Keith on this.
You gotta ride with. You gotta ride with No Time, huh? No Time Thurman. Yeah, coach.
Keith, once upon a time, Thurman.
Once upon a time. Yeah, but coach, you doing the right thing, man. You gotta call out the hypocrisy and the garbage because you know. That's the narrative that's pushed. Everybody at the PBC is eating good, living good. And everybody hating on them because they paying the fighters the most money. Well, shit, I don't know how a $2 million guarantee is the most money.
Yeah.
And you got cats getting 5 and 6 and 7. So, I mean, just make it make sense. That's all I'm saying, Coach. But yeah, man, great show. Great show yesterday, man. Great show yesterday. And I'll say this, and I'll leave it at that. People are following your lead, if you know what I'm talking about. So,
okay. Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, you know, so yeah, great show yesterday, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm proud of you, brother, and you're gonna keep growing strong.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to my brother Shelton, man. That brother been rocking with me for a minute now, man. Phone lines are open, guys. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Happy holidays to everyone out there, man, who celebrate Christmas. This is Christmas Eve in some parts of the world, and maybe Christmas already. So salute to you guys. It is what it is. We are, well, we're going to have a big year next year, but I can promise you that. Listen, the shows I have lined up that's going to be coming, man, is going to be phenomenal. Hold on, we got another call calling in, guys. We got another call calling in. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
How you doing today, Coach Malachi? This is Ronald from Vermont. Yo, how you doing?
Who this is?
It's Ronald from Vermont.
Oh, Ronald Finkler. What's going on, fam? Ron from, you say from Vermont, right?
Yeah, how you doing today, man?
What's going
Happy
on?
holidays.
Hey, happy holidays to you, my brother. What's going on, my brother?
You know what, Coach Malachi? Everything is going on me right now, man. Like, I'm so sick of the whole attitude of, like, these guys thinking that they got to stay loyal to one network. The whole point of boxing is to be legendary status. And if you're not trying to go outside of your comfort zone to try to actually make fans believe in you, I'm done with them, bro. Like, I can't deal with this shit no more. I've been dealing with this shit for like 3 or 4 years as far as like trying to get Demetrius Andretti to fight one of those guys at the PBC, trying to get GGG to fight one of those guys. Like, I look at it like this. Devin Haney's like the last resort right now because all he's trying to do is the same thing as Demetrius Andretti tried to do. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, Charlo even to an extent, but like, he really ain't like moving up enough. He should at least fight Demetrius Andretti to try to make himself valuable. Danny Jacobs. I just look at all these guys as like straight up, like they trying to be loyal to one entity when that ain't how boxing works, man. You gotta spread yourself around. At least Danny Jacobs spread himself around a little bit, but he still didn't fight the certain people I wanted them to fight.
Yeah,
but man, it's just getting ridiculous. Like we gotta watch all of these secondhand boxers like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. get fights instead of like the people that we think that can beat the other guy. And like people like to shit on Demetrius Andretti name. They like to shit on Terrence Crawford name. Like it's beyond ridiculous at this point. Like and Errol Spence, man, I hope he get his ass bust. I really do, because even though he's a great fighter, like he should have been wanted to get the Terrence Crawford fight, because that's all anybody had ever talked about for the last 4 years. And like here he go doing something totally different than. So that tells me right there they don't really care about what the fans want. So why buy it? Why buy it if you're not going to show the fans what they really want? You see what I'm saying? Like Gervonta Tank Davis, he should have been for Lomachenko. Liar. He's a straight liar. Always. We know who the real boxers are and who not. You can shit on people's names, Demetrius Andretti, but guess what, Charlo? You the biggest. He the weakest link to me, because he always sitting around chasing GGG or chasing like Canelo. But you sitting there like mad at Demetrius Andretti over something that happened a long time ago. And it wasn't even him, it was his brother that had the problem with him. So it's like, these guys don't want legacy, and I'm straight up done with these dudes, yo. You try to go to bat for these dudes thinking that they're gonna live up to their reputation and be like good boxers so you can like them. Look at Josh Taylor. He came in there, he beat everybody. Like he crossed the street on different occasions. Right. He's an undisputed champion. Teofimo Lopez sitting around here like acting like he a diva after we all supported him. Yo, dog, these boxers are whack, bro. Straight up whack. And like, I'm at my last straw with them, yo. I'm a cool straight up, leave them all alone. Deontay Wilder, God bless his soul, at least he like kept fighting Fury. And I'm not mad at Wilder, but I just know he can't box. So on that note, I just want to call in and say what's up.
All right, man. Shout out to Ronald Finkler, man. Thank you so much, my brother, for calling in, fam.
Happy holidays.
Yes, sir. You too. Happy holidays. Phone lines are open, man. 530-494-9636. Yeah, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Like, me coming up in the era that I came up in watching boxing, and me being 47 years old now, I'm like, man, bruh, I miss the hell out of Don King, dog. Much shit as I talk about him, the way he treated his fighters from a financial standpoint, but he gave us the fights that we want. It wasn't none of that, bruh. Bro, y'all have no idea, man. Some of these dudes just became boxing fans like 5 years ago. And then some of these dudes are just these old crusty niggas with these YouTube channels. They've been around for a while, and they just doing what crusty niggas do, just being crusty. And they crustying up everything and leaving crust everywhere and breadcrumbs and, just old played out, has been once upon a time, back in my day when I was like this. Those niggas, those YouTube channels. Man, get your ass out the way. Y'all niggas, these niggas, man, just... And the thing is the fight fans suffer. The fight fans suffer. You see what I'm saying? So me personally, I only give a fuck about seeing the best fighters fight the best fighter. That's all I give a damn about. You ain't got to worry about me buying no goddamn pay-per-views. Listen, if it ain't nailed down, I'm taking it. You can believe that. If it ain't nailed down, I let them worry about the other shit. Floyd Mayweather can beg all he goddamn want to. I don't care. I do not care. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't paying for shit. If you ain't give me, if it ain't the fight I want, guess what? I'm gonna find a way to get it. Whole lot of streaming sites out there. Your pay-per-view number's gonna be low as hell. Let's see. Alonzo says, he say it's crazy how Don King still in the boxing game. Yeah, he kind of low key. He don't live too far from me. He don't live too far from me. He said last time I saw him was on the Triple G fight. In the Middle Eastern dude. King was promoting him. Yeah. King still doing things on the low. He's not as big and as he used to be, but he got a boatload of money. He made a whole lot of money. You know what I mean? And King live right here in Florida with me, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So let's see. He says, with the sleeve say fans for King. King was the trap man. King was the top man. Yeah. And King, and I think because when King was in the game, he made sure that we got Bob Arum had to compete. He had to compete with Dog. So, competition is good. Competition is good when you and Don is still promoting right now. He has Macabre over there in Zaire, but he's still promoting. He have a couple of fighters. He got Trevor Bryant. He has another guy, another heavyweight. Also, he has Bermain Stavern. Just he ain't really got no top guys though. You see what I'm saying? But that's all I'm saying. Con Shinery said he say the old folks love Florida, coach. Yeah. All them snowbirds from New York and stuff, they trying to get the hell away from New York. And they come bringing their ass down here. So that's what's been going on in Florida. Snowbirds, they leaving. They come down here to the Sunshine State. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I mean? But but that's what we're gonna do, dog. Like we're not going to pay for this shit. If you ain't gonna give us the fights we want, we ain't paying for it. You're not gonna shit on my plate and tell me it's meatloaf. Not gonna piss on my leg and tell me it's raining outside. I know rain and I know shit. And rain and piss and rain don't look alike, and shit and meatloaf don't look alike. So that's what it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you know. Yeah, but those days of free TV is over with. Those days of free TV is over with. It's over. Free boxing, that shit over with. I had to give y'all a chronological order. And shout out to Steve Kim for writing that beautiful article, that beautiful snack article, because he was right. A lot of people forgot. Some people forgot, man, how it was, what they said it was going to be, what they promised us, and what they promised us and what it turned out to be today is two different things. What they promised us and what it turned out to be today is two different things. Had to do a reminder, a refresher course. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is, So and then now it's even worse because what you promised us, you was giving us. That's the thing. Like, if you look at when the PBC first started out, what they promised us, they was giving us those fights. And then once they switched, now they flipped, and they're doing the total opposite of what they said they was going to give us in 2015. And so I had to go back in time, again, shout out, shout out to Steve Kim for writing that article, because that article reminded me of a lot of stuff. I'm like, damn, you know what, man, I forgot all about that. When they first started out, 2015, we were supposed to get these top fights, because this is how they used to do it back in the day. They used to have timeshares, Don King, Bob Arum, stuff like that. And their Muhammad, I forgot the brother Muhammad. They'll buy timeshares and build these fighters up. They build these fighters up. You know what I mean? Tuesday night fights. So everybody look forward to Tuesday night fights. And just, boxing after dark. That's how they built these fighters up before they even went pay-per-view. Now they don't even build them up. And this is the thing. When you have 250 fighters, you don't even, you don't even build the fighters up. You keep trying to milk the cow with the same old fighters. And it's like the same old fighters may be fighting once a year, once every 18 months. You still got to make money somehow. You see what I'm saying? And when you don't have these fights built up and excitement and stuff like that, and you try to put everything on pay-per-view, then people gonna be like, man, this is not a pay-per-view worthy fight. Why would I pay pay-per-view for this when I can see some other fights over on another platform? You see what I'm saying? Over on another platform. This is how you build them up. You know what I mean? So if they would have, I think if they would have stuck to what they said they was going to do, it would have been fine. Especially since you stole all the goddamn fighters from Golden Boy any goddamn way. You stole the fighter from Golden Boy through Richard Schaefer, so you know what I mean? Which that's why the lawsuits had came about. You know what I mean? But if you would have stuck to that, you probably could have done something. And then when you did put a fight on pay-per-view, you built that fighter up so much, and the anticipation and excitement was built up so much from watching these good fights on free TV, like you said you was going to do. Then when you do a pay-per-view, bam, it'll be right there. It'll be right there. Phone lines is open, man. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Phone lines is open, 530-494-9636. Now what we're seeing now is everyone is, not everyone, but you got people who are mad at Mauricio Suleiman. People are upset at Mauricio Suleiman about what's going on with Dillian White's situation and what's going on with what the dude name, young kid name, Devin Haney situation. I have a very unique perspective on both of these situations. As it relates to Dillian White, Dillian White is going through something with Tyson Fury. They're saying Tyson Fury is saying that he's not going to fight Dillian White. In March, he's going to fight someone else because Dillian White currently has an arbitration going on with the WBC, and the arbitrator is the one that's supposed to decide what the purse split is going to be. So I listened to both arguments on it. Tyson Fury is ducking Dillian White. I get that. If he don't fight Dillian White next, he's ducking him. If he dropped the belt, if he give up his belt and refuse to fight Dillian White, he's ducking, he's dropping the belt. I don't think no one can argue that. But the question I have is this. As it relates to Dillian White and Tyson Fury, how can you negotiate for a fight on a purse split if you're waiting on the arbitrator to make that decision on what the purse split is going to be? Anybody can give me the answer to that question. I'm looking at it from both sides. I want to be as unbiased as possible. If Tyson Fury refuses, you know what? I refuse to fight Dillian White. I'm going to drop my belt, give up my belt, and I'm going to move over here and fight someone else because I don't want to fight him. I'm giving the belt up. He ducking. That's a duck. That's a duck. No way, form, or fashion. I don't care how you slice it, how you dice it, right? But there's a but to that. But according to what I'm hearing from Frank, as a matter of fact, let's pull that up. According to what I'm hearing from Frank Warren, if they are Fury and Dillian White is supposed to be in negotiations to fight each other. If they are supposed to be into negotiations for fighting each other, and they're arguing over, okay, you're going to get paid this, you're going to get paid that. How can you go into negotiations to fight someone when you don't know what the exact purse split is going to be, how much money we're going to try to negotiate, what we're going to fight for, who's going to get this, who's going to get that, when everything is contingent upon the arbitrator? That's the question I have, right? Shout out to Sir Tyson.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Boy, you hit the nail right on the head. He said, more of this, coach. We got Broner versus Porter on NBC and Porter versus Thurman on CBS. 6 years later, we're getting Ortiz versus Martin on pay-per-view. Oh my God. Bro, let me go ahead. As a matter of fact, let me do this. I just screenshot that. That's what I just did. I just screenshot your comment. 6 years, what he said, we got Broner versus Porter on NBC, free TV. And we got Porter versus Thurman on CBS 6 years ago, right? And now we're getting Ortiz and Charles Martin on pay-per-view. Wow. Wow. But anyways, you hit the nail right on the head on that. You hit the nail on the head on that. Akon says, coach, he vacates one belt. Okay. Let's see. Fury says he won't wait for Dillian. He has to fight in March. Took 2 years between two Wilder fights. Why not wait a bit for Dillian? What's the rush now? That's a valid argument as well. Charlo, that's a valid argument as well. Hell, if you was waiting around for Wilder for 2 years, you had 2 fights in 2 years. You had 2 fights in 2 years with Wilder. Why such a rush right now? I don't know. Benny Stokes said they ain't making a decision till March. So this is what I'm saying though. Right? So it goes back to my original. It goes back to my original question. If Dillian White, let me put it this way, because I want to be fair to both sides, but I got to call it the way I'm seeing it. If the fight cannot happen, if the fight is contingent upon, we're saying from a business standpoint, we know that the fight has been mandated by the WBC. So my problem, this is my problem. How can the WBC mandate a fight and what are they arguing about? The purse splits? I think they're saying that Frank Warren is saying that Dillian White is going to get 20% and Tyson Fury wants 80%. That's what he's saying. Is that what he's saying? He gets 80%. And let me see. Where's Frank Warren? Let's look at. I'm finna look up old Fish Eyes right now. Look up old Fish Eyes. You ain't too crazy about Frank Warren. A lot of people don't like Frank Warren that much. I don't know. Let's see. So Frank Warren is saying right here, I got a video right here. This is on Seconds Out. Shout out to Seconds Out. I do not own the rights to this material. This is for educational purposes only. Shout out to Seconds Out, man. This is what he's saying right here.
Will not take place until sometime in March. We don't know the exact date, but sometime in March.
Don't listen.
Development is, and then I'll ask my question.
Here we go right here, guys.
What the development is that the WBC have confirmed that their arbitration hearing that they have with Dillian White will
Let's see what he's saying.
Will not take place until sometime in March. We don't know the exact date, but some. So this arbitration that Dillian White is going to be going through with the WBC is supposed to take place in March. My question is the arbitration stopping the fight? That's one question. And if that's one, and if let's see, so is the arbitration stopping the fight? That's one. And two, is the purse split, meaning how much each fighter is going to get paid for this WBC mandated fight, is that contingent upon the outcome of the arbitration? Arlette says, I'm riding with Thurman. Okay, that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Thurman from a city, so I gotta ride with him against Mario Barrios. Fury said he's a Spartan, just wants to KO everyone, doesn't care about money or belts. Yeah, we knew that was bullshit when he said that. You know that. You know that was some bullshit. So why should it matter? Yeah, Charlo, you know that was some bullshit. You know Fury's lying. That's what Fury do. He lie a lot now. You know, when they're going to talk about that Spartan shit and I don't care about money, boy, hush. I want 80%. Yeah, we know that. But yeah, we know that was some bullshit when he said that. He said White wants 55-45 split, but Fury wants 80. Should be 60-40 in my opinion. Yeah, but the thing is so if they can't come to an agreement, Kelly Malia, it's going to go to purse bid. Right? It's going to go to purse bid. They got 30 days to work it out. That's the same shit that happened with Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter. They couldn't come to an agreement, Bob Arum and Al Haymon. Then they asked for an extension, and then Bob Arum ended up winning the fight for $10 million. If Sean Porter was able to go across the street and fight specifically for that one fight on Top Rank. And that's how that fight got made. Terrence Crawford got paid $6 million up front.
I mean, guaranteed, not up front, but guaranteed. And Sean Porter got $4 million guaranteed. That's the most he's ever got guaranteed. Guaranteed money. We ain't talking about no, just guaranteed money up front. What was reported? That's how much they got. That's how much they got. Right. So the fight to go to purse bid. So the fight go to purse bid. Why not let the fight go to purse bid? Why not let the fight go to purse bid instead of just saying we're gonna drop this fight? Let's hear what he said.
At arbitration, they'll decide whether, I believe it's two things. One, whether Dillian actually is the mandatory, and two, if what splits will be as the mandatory challenger. So that is the position. In the meantime, Tyson will fight. He's not vacating his WBC title. He's not avoiding Dillian White. The fact is All right, let's stop right there. He just said that Tyson Fury is not vacating his WBC title. He just said that Tyson Fury, hold on, let's say that again. Just in case you guys didn't hear that. Let's get this out of the way. Shout out to Almighty Don't Like Nobody.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Super sticker, I really appreciate that, fam. I really appreciate that. He says, White may not be the mandatory. White is the interim champion. Of course, White is the interim champion, and the fight has been mandated by the WBC. He's the interim champion. He is the mandatory. That's why we're having this discussion right now. That's why they're talking about this shit right now. So I don't know, but let's see what Fish Eyes got to say. Let's stop right here. I think first he said they're going to drop the belt. Now he's saying they're not going to drop the belt. I guess Tyson Fury been hearing a lot of chatter that's been going on the internet, and he's like, "Nah, man, we can't be doing that." So I wonder why Fish Eyes and Bob Arum. It seems like Fish Eyes, Bob Arum, and Tyson Fury. It's like they don't even talk to each other because Bob Arum is saying we're going to drop the belt. Frank Warren said something about they're going to drop the belt. Now he's saying they're not going to drop the belt. So I don't know what the hell going on. Tyson will fight. He's not vacating his WBC title. He's not avoiding Dillian White. The fact is we can't even negotiate at the moment because no one has told us what the splits are until we get what they feel the splits for a potential purse up would be. It's a ridiculous negotiation because White believes he's entitled to 45% and we think it's 20%. And what normally happens in these circumstances is that the governing body will look at the previous purses of the two boxers concerned and determine on the strength of what they got paid for their previous fight, what the splits will be. All right, let's stop right there because listening to Frank Warren is boring as hell to me, so I can't listen no more to this guy. But I get what he's saying. He's basically saying that, hey, listen, man, the big hang up in this fight, negotiating with this fight is this. We believe that Dillian White should get paid a certain amount of money. And Dillian White believes he should get paid a certain amount of money. Now, how do they come to that conclusion on how much a fighter should be paid based on their last fights or whatever the case may be? How do they come to that conclusion? I don't know. Maybe it's based on their last 10 fights or 2 fights or 3 fights or whatever. We know that if it's based on a small number of fights like that, we know that Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder twice. So he had an audience to fight Deontay Wilder. And we know that Dillian White fought 2 fights under COVID protocol. So, that's really not a really good comparison, to be honest with you. In my comparison, I don't know how they're gonna come up with it, but we'll find out. So, School of Skills, shout out to School of Skills. Hey, okay. For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, "Big bro, keep up the good work. How did a new subscriber get blocked and not using profanity or disrespecting? Who got blocked? Who got blocked? You're a new subscriber. If you're new to the channel, man, I appreciate that, fam. But who got blocked though? Let me see. Well, how did you get blocked though? I mean, if you're blocked, you wouldn't be leaving a comment. You wouldn't be able to leave a comment. Yeah, but I kind of see what Fish Eyes is saying here. If the argument is over the money, and we don't know what the splits is supposed to be, how can we negotiate with someone about a fight dealing with money when we don't even know how much under the mandated or rules, how much he's supposed to get paid. Now, if he dropped that belt, he's ducking, but he's not, according to Fish Eyes right now. And this is the thing, right? These guys say so much shit. Like, 1 minute we dropping the belt, next minute we ain't dropping the belt. 1 minute we going to the store, next minute we not going to the store. 1 minute we going to the pub to have drink some shandies, the next minute we not going. Like, bro, these niggas all over the place. Bro, Fish Eyes all over the goddamn place. He all over the place, bro. All over the place. So, anyways, he say White got blocked. He say White got blocked. Tony's reviews said, shout out to Tony. Shout out to Tony's reviews in the building. He says $4 million is what White made against Povetkin, and Frank is trying to say he made 300,000. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't listen to Frank Warren too much. Frank Warren he just sound boring to me. He just sound boring to me. Shout out to the Queen Arlette, man. I really appreciate that, Arlette. Hey, okay. I really appreciate that. Let's see. White got blocked. I'm trying to say the new subscriber. Oh, I guess you're trying to say White got blocked. I thought you said the new subscriber got blocked. Michael Buffer said he must be LDBC. That's the only way. Nah, if he LDBC, they can be over here. I don't give a damn about that, but I don't know why would they be here. I mean, I have a lot of my detractors. So I got one that's watching me from Cleveland, Ohio right now. I'm not gonna say her name. She hates me, but she loves me. Watch me every goddamn day. I ain't gonna say her name though. I'm not even paying attention. Let me look at the chat. I'm just say, okay, White isn't the A side, but 20% is way off kilter. Yeah, so, and this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. So if that's what's the argument about, then they need to wait till March. But I understand what they're saying, right? Okay, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is where I'm confused at, and it's dealing with the WBC. So anytime it's dealing with the WBC, you're already dealing with anytime it's dealing with WBC, you're already dealing with confusion. You're already dealing with confusion when dealing with WBC. So now they mandated a fight. If Tyson Fury and White's supposed to fight, they got 30 days to negotiate. If things don't work out in 30 days, then guess what? It's going to go to purse bid. Now, how do we know that Tyson Fury would be allowed to fight someone else? Have anyone ever thought about that? How do we know that Tyson Fury will be allowed to fight someone else? No, you've been mandated to fight this guy next. Well, I don't want to wait. I want to fight in March. Okay, fine. I'm going to fight somebody else. Will he be able to fight somebody else? Remember this. Remember Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Remember Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Now, of course, the mandate is different. WBC, they change the rules as they go along. The WBC, they change the rules as they go along. We know this, right? So now, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We got less than 300 likes, and we got over 300 people watching this live right now. So now, the WBC changed the rules as they go along, right? But remember the Wilder Fury situation. They had a contract. This is different. They had a contract. So in that contract, Wilder's supposed to fight Fury next. Fury tried to get out of that contract, tried to go fight. Well, I don't even want to say he tried to fight Joshua. I don't believe he did that at all. I think he was just playing possum line like he normally do, and then fake like he was trying to go fight Joshua. But they couldn't do nothing until the arbitration. So they couldn't do nothing until the arbitration was over with. The arbitrator ruled, hey man, you got to fight Fury. For Wilder, you got Fury, you got to fight Wilder again. They fought, got that over with. We know how that happened, right? Now, if a fight has been mandated, now I'm asking these questions because I don't know the answer to it, but I will find out. If a fight has been mandated by the WBC, but the WBC, I don't even want to talk about them. I can do a whole 10-day show on this shit. But the WBC, they do what the fuck they want to do. So they have rules, but they don't go by their rules. WBC has rules, but they don't go by their rules. They have a rule for one fighter, and then when it comes to another fighter, they'll change the rules for that fighter. You see what's going on with the Devin Haney situation. But we're going to talk about that after this. So this is what I'm seeing, right? So if you've been mandated to fight a guy, will he be allowed to go fight someone else? And if everything is contingent upon the negotiations of what we're going to pay Dillian White based on what the arbitrator says, that's fine. That won't happen until March. Okay, that's fine. But will he be able to allow to go fight someone else? And if Dillian White is mandated to fight for the WBC championship belt by fighting the champion, what if, if Fury go fight somebody else and lose, then that belt is going, then what? So bro, that's the question I have. Will he be able to go fight someone else? That's all I'm saying. Danny says, and Mauricio said that when a sanctioned body mandates a fight, it's a strong suggestion, but it ultimately comes down to the team's camps. If they can't make negotiations work, then they can go fight. No. I hear what Mauricio Suleiman is saying, but how it normally is, if it's mandated, if the fight is mandated, we just saw a perfect example of this. Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter. That fight was mandated. And that fight was mandated. They could not come to an agreement. Al Haymon in Top Rank asked for an extension because that fight was going to go to purse bid. Eddie Hearn came in. That's why I say Eddie Hearn made that fight happen. Eddie Hearn came in and said, look, I'm going to bid on that fight. When they found out that Eddie Hearn was going to bid on that fight, and Al Haymon was like, look, dog, I ain't got the money to pay for this fight, man. I just gave Canelo $40-50 million, dog. You can have it. You can have it. Bob, you can have it. Just give Porter what he want, $4 million. Pay Crawford $6 or whatever you're gonna do, and you can have the fight. And that's how he got that fight. It went to a purse bid. So is Mauricio saying the fight won't go to purse bid? See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't believe shit that come out of that guy's mouth. He says always some drama in the heavyweight division. But guess what? It's surrounded by one sanctioned body in the same fighters. In the heavyweight division, it's surrounded by the drama. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bell. Hey, okay. The drama in the heavyweight division is surrounded by one sanctioned body and one fighter. If you look at the drama, go to the fighters and go to the sanctioned body who you say the drama is coming from, and there lies your answer. And there lies your answer. So, anyways, I don't know how this shit gonna pan out. I don't know if Fury will be able to fight someone. This brother here saying, Mauricio Suleiman said a mandate is a fight that's been mandated. That's just a strong suggestion. Bullshit. That's a lie. I'm telling you right now, that's a lie. Now, Mauricio Suleiman probably said that. I'm not saying that you're lying that Mauricio Suleiman said that. I truly believe what you're saying, that Mauricio Suleiman said that. As I said before, this guy changes. Mauricio Suleiman, depending on how he feels that day, depending on who he's doing the interview with, that will determine what the answer is going to be. He can do an interview with one person, he'll say one thing, and do another interview 20 minutes later with someone else, and he'll say something totally different. Well, the position of the WBC is that. As a matter of fact, let's hear Mauricio Suleiman. Shout out to Ride on the Storm for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, salute everyone. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Yeah, I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. Shout out to Nelson. Shout out to Nelson. He said, what's good? New media today, USA Boston. I just subscribed. Great talking points, coach. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Nelson, man. New subscriber in the building. Appreciate that. You see what I'm saying? We shouldn't even, like, all of this shit should be clear for us. So I'm trying to look at it at both ways, right? Now, from a negotiation standpoint, I kind of agree with what Frank Warren is saying. I don't like Frank Warren. I'm not a fan of Frank Warren. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, but it is what it is. I'm not a fan of pretty much any promoter. To be honest with you, I'm not a promoter guy. I don't care nothing about the promoters. I never cared about promoters. I didn't care about promoters in 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 80, 45, 2021. I still don't care nothing about promoters. I take that back. The promoter that I care about is the promoter that's going to give me the fight that I want. If you are a promoter that gives me that would give me the fights that I want, us boxing fans, guess what? I like you. So I like promoters who give us the fights that they want. And that's on a fight-by-fight basis. So I might like you this fight, and I may hate you the next fight. Then I might like you again, and I may hate you again. But that's how it is, right? He said WBC belt has went from one ducker to another. You know what I mean? So he says, Con Shonery says that look at Wilder and Fury 3. That took over a year to get sorted out. As a result, Fury had only fought one opponent in 2.5 years. Yeah, but see, Fury could have fought Wilder. Remember, Fury could have fought Wilder last year, but he didn't want to fight him because he said it wasn't a crowd. He didn't want to fight in the COVID protocol. So Fury not fighting, that was his fault. That wasn't Wilder's fault. Remember, he tried to get out of the and then he tried to get out of the contract. He could have fought Wilder last year. Could have fought him. So it is what it is. But that's water under the bridge. That's neither here nor there. I don't think that situation has anything to do with another situation. That situation that happened then has nothing to do with this one. But you get what I'm saying, though. You get what I'm saying. But check it out, though, right? So let's look at some of you guys' favorite sanctioning body president. Let's look at Mauricio Sulaiman. Now, I want to talk about this Devin Haney shit. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, stop lying. You know Cap from Pippin Ken, aka Ellerbe. Yeah. We know when Leonard Ellerbe be lying, because when his nose flare up and his eyeballs get big and his nostrils flare up, he lying. He lying. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We already know that. He said, what I'm saying is people could be waiting indefinitely for Fury versus White. I see what you're saying. Man, who knows, man? But check this shit out. Let's listen to your favorite promoter, your favorite sanctioning body, Mauricio Sulaiman. Now, this guy here is a piece of work. Well, he did this interview with who? Who did he do this interview with? Was this Seconds Out? Oh, this is Bruce Vane. This is on Bruce Vane's channel. Let's hear what this guy has to say. Okay. Hold on. You know what? Wait a minute. I want to find. I don't want to go to Bruce Vane's channel. I want to find that particular video when Mauricio Sulaiman is saying what he said about. Oh, you know what? I have it right here. Sorry about that. I have it right here. Shit, I'm tripping. What he said? He said Devin Haney is the Pride champion now. Devin Haney is the Pride champion now. All right, okay. Pride. Shit. Okay. I'm finna tell you my position on that. Because I see a lot of guys up in arms about this. Oh, this is wrong. How they doing Devin Haney? This don't make no sense. Oh, they doing Devin Haney wrong. This is I think, who is this? They doing Devin Haney wrong. I've been hearing that, right? Before we do this, how many of you guys feel like the WBC doing Devin Haney wrong? How many of you guys feel like the WBC is doing Devin Haney wrong? That's what I want to hear. How many of you guys feel that way? Here you go right here. I found the video. I found it. Before I play this video, I want to know how many of you guys think he doing it wrong. Let's see. Low key. Right on the store said me. Yep. Me. Okay. What is the Pride champion? I have no idea, my brother. I have no idea. The coach relentless says Mauricio on these fanboys. Let's see. I feel it's an open slight against Haney. Okay. All right. Danny says they doing them dirty. Okay. All right. WBC is doing boxing wrong. Probably got Bill Haney watching right now. Maybe, who knows? So White is the Pride champ? No, White has the intern championship. Devin Haney doesn't have an intern title. He said even the PBC channels are doing Haney wrong. Same with Andrade. Okay. So I think I got my answer. A lot of you guys feel like they're doing Devin Haney wrong, right? Okay, let's do this. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere with this. Let's see. Let's look up Devin Haney. Devin the Dream Haney. Let's go. Oh my God. Let's do this, man. Let's do this. I'm on Devin Haney's Twitter page right now. Let's do this though. Let's do this. I ain't got time to be playing. Let's do this. So how many of you guys feel like Devin Haney? Y'all say WBC is doing Devin Haney wrong, right? That's what y'all say, right? Let's do this. Shout out to AV Sounds.
Hey, okay.
For dropping 10 pounds on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
AV Sounds say happy holidays to you, coach, and all my brothers and sisters in the chat from around the world. Yes, sir. I wish everyone peace, happiness, and prosperity for 2022. Salute and much respect to you and my family. I really appreciate that, fam. Shout out to AV Sounds, man. Let's get our brother a round of applause for that. And let's give everybody in the chat a round of applause as well. Hold on, guys. So some of you guys say that Mauricio Suleiman is doing Devin Haney wrong. And some guys online who are pro, because Bill Haney go on certain guys' YouTube channel, and that's all they want. They want, as long as you come on their channel and talk to them, they're gonna ride for you. You know what I mean? They're gonna ride for you. So they go over there. He goes on some of these alphabet channels, and now they riding for him. They pro Devin Haney advocates right now. And so everybody getting up in arms about Devin Haney. Mauricio Suleiman is doing Devin Haney wrong. Okay, let's stop right there. Mauricio Suleiman said that I am so proud of our WBC boxing lightweight champion, the real Devin Haney, as you can see, who has an exemplary journey. You see what I'm saying? The WBC World Youth title, WBC International champion. He was the WBC World Youth champion. He was the WBC International champion. He was the WBC Silver champion. He became the WBC Interim champion, and then he became the WBC World champion. And you notice what Mauricio Suleiman said: 4 title defenses, defeating Gamboa, Leonard, and Jojo Diaz. 2022 would be a sensational year, champ. This is what Mauricio Suleiman said, and guess who retweeted it? The real Devin Haney. The real Devin Haney retweeted it. What you're not going to see on this tweet, do you notice how everybody is up in arms? I can't believe the way Mauricio Suleiman treating Devin Haney. I can't believe it. I know, man. We ain't going out like that there. We gonna have to go to war and ride for Devin Haney. We don't like what they doing to Devin Haney out there. We don't like that. Guess what you're not gonna see, guys? You're not gonna see Devin Haney up in arms about what Mauricio Suleiman said. You're not going to see Devin Haney up in arms, him or his daddy, Bill Haney, up in arms about what Mauricio Suleiman said. That's what you're not going to see. Everybody mad about what, not everybody, but Devin Haney supporters, all of the Devin Haney supporters, and I don't like Mauricio Suleiman. You guys know how I feel about Mauricio Suleiman. But all of the Devin Haney supporters are up in arms about what Mauricio Suleiman said. But guess what? Bill Haney and Bill Haney and Devin Haney, guess what? They ain't mad. They don't seem like they mad. They don't seem like Charlo, what you say, fam? He says a lot about the Haney himself, coach. They don't seem mad. Why you more mad about what Mauricio Suleiman said than Devin Haney? That's the question I have. Do anybody know why Devin Haney's not upset? Do anyone know why Devin Haney doesn't want to start a revolution against the WBC? And you see right here, Devin Haney retweeted what Mauricio Suleiman said. Let's go even further, though. Let's go even further. Let's go further than this. You know, I like to go a little further. Maybe, you know, maybe I just, coach, maybe you just, maybe you just, you know, hold on. Let's see. Coach, maybe you just, you know, you just, Devin Haney snapping. He's snapping right now. He on all his social media platforms, and he's snapping. He going off on Mauricio Suleiman. So let's see. Let's see what the real Devin Haney's saying over here. He might be snapping. Devin Haney might be snapping, right? Going off, starting a revolution. He says, because Devin Haney has something Kambosos might want. Don't hate and blame the victim. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about on that. Hate and blame the victim. I don't know what you're talking about on that. As soon as you come over here talking that victim shit, you lost me. See what I'm saying? You might want to take that shit back to the Alphabet Boy channel. If you're a subscriber, you can unsubscribe, take your ass back to where you came from, to be honest with you. But let's see. You don't see Devin Haney up in arms. He's taking pictures with this lovely young lady. Let's see. Did he say anything here about Mauricio Suleiman? No. Nothing about Mauricio Suleiman. Let's see. Let's go here. Right here, he's iced out right here. He's looking at his ice. Okay, that was 5 days ago. To be fair, that was 5 days ago. That was 1 week ago. So we ain't got to go far. Mauricio Suleiman just did this a few days ago. So he hasn't went on here and said anything about Mauricio Suleiman. He hasn't went on here and said anything about Mauricio Suleiman. So this is my thing. Why in the hell am I going to get mad? I should not be more madder than you about a situation that I feel like where you being disrespected. I told you guys a story yesterday or the other day. I had a homeboy I used to always fight for all the time, right? And I used to get more mad about situations that I felt like was disrespect as it related to him than he would. And I was always quick to fight for him when he wasn't quick to fight for himself. And then one day I said, you know what, man, what the fuck? I'm getting in all this trouble with these other dudes who I ain't really got no problem with, but this nigga don't want to fight for himself. So let me see what he gonna do. He was in a situation where he had to get it down on his own. And I sat right there and I watched. My thing is this: Mauricio Suleiman and Devin Haney seem like they got a really good business relationship together. Devin Haney ain't worried about what he don't seem to be complaining about it. He got his belt, he's making his money, he don't mind paying the sanctioning fees. If he don't have a problem with it, why in the hell should me and you have a problem with it? I'm not saying anyone in the chat is mad. I'm saying there are channels out there. These niggas going on a revolution, them and their followers, their subscribers. And some of them come over here. I don't know why they bring their ass over here, but they bring their ass over here. Some of them come over here and they online want to start a revolution. Oh man, this is messed up how they doing Devin. I can go to the channels right now and show them to you. It's messed up how they doing Devin. You know, we got to get in contact with Shaka Zulu. We got to go to war with Mauricio Suleiman. Guess what? The main culprit that you mad about, he ain't even mad. Do you notice that? He's not even mad. So, December the 22nd. And let's see, this was 22 hours ago. So this was yesterday. So I want you to see something. Let's go to Mauricio Suleiman's page right quick. Suleiman's page. Let's go to Mauricio Suleiman's page. Mauricio Suleiman is a politician, of course. He's a politician. 22 hours. Let's go to his 22 hours ago. 7 hours ago. 22 hours ago. Now, Mauricio Sulaiman put this on his page. He said he's so proud of the WBC lightweight champion, Devin Haney. He didn't say nothing about he was the pride champion and nothing like that. He said that 22 hours ago. But where am I going at with this? Right here, which was 2 days ago. 2 days ago, before he made that tweet about Devin Haney, this is what he had to say. That Devin Haney supporters is up in arms about.
Hey, Mauricio. Season's greetings, of course.
Shout out to Fight Hype. This is a good interview. I do not own the rights to this material. This is for educational purposes only. Let's do this. I'm going somewhere with this.
I want to ask you for your review on two initiatives the WBC brought in, how you think they're going so far. One being the weight division and the other being the franchise championship.
Two hot topics.
Indeed.
And I've gotten a lot of punches over those two, but
yeah, you got a lot of punches because you're full of shit, but let's go.
I'm very, very, very happy with both. Bridgerweight, we have a WBC champion now. We have a silver champion, international, NABF.
We ain't worried about Bridgerweight.
We have great testimonials from fighters. It is clear that there is a gap between light heavyweight, cruiserweight, heavyweight. 7 pounds difference.
We ain't worried
the
about
Bridgerweight to powerful.
I'm trying to get straight to the meat and potatoes. I don't want to hear all this other shit because right now he doing a whole lot of nigga-splaining right now. I don't want to hear no nigga-splaining.
And the fights that we have seen in Bridgerweight have not seen very much action in that. And the WBC has changed so many things in the history of the sport. From 15 to 12 rounds, they booed my father. They threw tomatoes at him. From chip.
All right, man, get to the goddamn point. The WBC has changed a lot. I will say that.
The weigh-in to a day before, from introducing drug testing,
Facts.
from being
Facts.
having the clean boxing program, so many things that are changes. It's natural. So we introduced a new concept. As any new concept.
So he said they introduced a new concept. What is the new concept? The French fries belt. Tell them what the new concept is.
It will continue to evolve to find the perfection or the best scenario possible. What is the franchise designation? Basically, to attend those very few fighters of the highest level, which are to take place in great fights that the fans want to see.
Okay. All right, let's cut this shit out. So he's saying that the purpose of the franchise belt is a designation, yada yada yada. So the fans can see the fights that so we can get the fights that the fans want to see. That's what he's saying, right? That's what he's saying. Let's continue.
Canelo was the first one. From Canelo, he went as a franchise. He went on to fight in super middleweight, then in light heavyweight, then came back. He requested to fight for the WBC vacant championship.
Let me stop right there. Now, when Canelo received, because I hear a lot of flack about what Devin Haney is an email champion, Jamal Charlo's an email champion, they didn't fight nobody for the belt. But let me ask you a question. When Canelo Alvarez received the franchise belt, who did he fight to get it? When Vasily Lomachenko became the franchise champion, who did he fight to get it? Did he fight anyone to get it or was it emailed to him? Let's continue.
So he did, and he has not used the franchise designation, and he unified the whole division. The other one, lightweight, as I explained it yesterday, it was very complicated 3 years ago. Mikey Garcia keeping the title frozen for a year when he moved.
He come the bullshit. Here we go.
Stop. We ordered several series of fights.
This guy said you don't fight for the franchise belt. Teofimo Lopez did. He beat Lomachenko and got the franchise belt. George Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez and he got the franchise belt. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Some dropped, some didn't happen, some did happen. We ended with an interim championship. Then Lomachenko requests to fight for the vacant title, which is a great honor. We granted that. He defeated Campbell. Then he requested to be franchise. in order to go in and to unify the division.
All right, so he said right there that Lomachenko requested to become the franchise in order to unify the division. That shit don't make no sense to me, but I don't know. I guess maybe, wait a minute. If he had the WBC regular, the super champion, lightweight championship belt, why he couldn't unify the division just with the belt that he had? That don't make no sense to me. See, if I was interviewing him, that's the question I would ask. Why did Lomachenko have to request to receive a franchise belt in order to unify the division? Why he could not unify the division with the belt that he currently had, which was the WBC Super Lightweight Championship? Boy, hey, if I ever get Mauricio Suleiman on this show, I got some tough questions to ask him. Lomachenko requested the French fries belt in order for him to fight the unify the division. Why he couldn't unify the division with the belt he had? Ain't nobody got no answer for that. This dude here say to Doug Haney. Boy, let's continue.
We accepted that. He fought Lopez. And Lopez requested us in order to go in and to unify the division. We accepted that.
Let's start right here.
It did happen.
Now I want y'all to hear this shit right. Boy, ooh. One thing about me, boy, I am a stickler for language. And I like to come with the receipts. See, you hear a whole lot of chitter-chatter going on online about, oh, man, but Devin Haney, he wasn't no Minotaur. He wasn't expected to fight for the belt and this and that and yada, 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 yada. And Lomachenko and this and that. And, he got elevated. And then, this and that. Let's continue. Let's continue. Because with the man who started all this, we're going to listen to him. The man who started all this, we're going to listen to him. Now, he's doing a whole lot of nigger-splaining, stressed like a politician. Listen to this. Oh, I would love to interview this guy. They'll probably never come over here, though. I would love to interview this guy.
With an interim championship, then Lomachenko requests to fight for the vacant title, which is a great...
So for all you Lomachenko fanboys, Lomachenko requested the French fries belt. Lomachenko had the real belt. They didn't even have, listen. Prior to Lomachenko requesting the French fries belt, the WBC in the lightweight division did not have a French fries belt. The French fries belt did not exist in the WBC in the lightweight division until what? Until Vasily Lomachenko requested to have it. Now, the question that I have is, why did Vasily Lomachenko request to have a belt that did not exist? And if he requested to have a belt that did not exist, who did he fight for that belt? Or did that belt get emailed to him? Oh, I'm hurting some feelings today, but guess what, man? No, all belts have fees. The French fries belt, you have to pay sanctioning fees for it. This ain't about no shade. Listen, I ain't no fanboy shit. I ain't no fanboy stuff. I care nothing about the fanboys, whoever your favorite fighter is. But boy, let me tell you something. We gotta ask some serious questions. These are the type of questions that I would ask Mauricio Suleiman. Let's continue. Teofimo Lopez. Y'all say he was undisputed, huh? Guess what? He requested the French fries belt as well. Let's continue.
Honor. We granted that. He defeated Campbell. Then he requested 3 years ago.
Let's go right here.
Garcia keeping the title frozen for a year when he moved up. We ordered several series of fights. Some dropped, some didn't happen, some did happen. We ended with an interim championship. Then Lomachenko requests to fight for the vacant title, which is a great honor. We granted that. He defeated Campbell. Then he requested to be franchise in order to go in and to unify the division. We accepted that. He fought Lopez, and Lopez requested to be franchised if he defeated Lomachenko. That's the first change in the rule that we had. We adjusted where.
Now you heard what he said. He said that's the first change in the rule that we had. When the French fries belt was first created, the French fries belt was a non-transferable belt. Vasily Lomachenko requested to have a fictitious imaginary belt that did not exist at the time in the lightweight division. Canelo had it in the middleweight division, but no one had it in the lightweight division. He requested to have the French fries belt in the lightweight division, and he gave up his championship belt at that time in order to get the French fries belt. That's how Devin Haney became the champion. So when you tell me Devin Haney was an email champion, guess what? Teofimo Lopez was an email champion too. Because the belt that he received, he didn't fight nobody for that belt. He requested that belt, according to what Mauricio Suleiman just said. And when Teofimo Lopez fought and beat Vasily Lomachenko, guess what? He did not get that belt. He had the request. He requested to receive the French fries belt. How do I know? This is what Mauricio Suleiman said. Just in case you did not hear, let's hear it again.
So he did, and he has not used the franchise designation, and he unified the whole division. The other one, lightweight. As I explained it yesterday, it was very complicated 3 years ago. Mikey Garcia.
No, it's very complicated now. It wasn't complicated 3 years ago. It's very complicated now.
Keeping the title frozen for a year when he moved up. We ordered several series of fights. Some dropped, some didn't happen, some did happen. We ended with an interim championship. Then Lomachenko requests to fight for the vacant title, which is a great honor. We granted that. He defeated Campbell. Then he requested to be franchised in order to go in and to unify the division.
There you go. Let's continue.
We accepted that. He fought Lopez, and Lopez requested to be franchised if he defeated Lomachenko.
Here you go. So Teofimo Lopez requested to get the French fries belt if he beat Lomachenko, because the belt was non-transferable. They changed the rule at that particular point in time. Let's go. But one thing I will say about Lopez, at least he fought somebody to get that franchise belt. I'll give him that. And George Kambosos fought somebody to get that franchise belt. So that means if George Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez, he had to request to get the French fries belt as well.
That's the first change in the rule that we had. We adjusted where the designation can be exchanged in a high-profile fight, as it was that fight and as it was with the Kambosos. What happened with the franchise in the lightweights? You can look at it today. It gave us 8-7 fights of the greatest level, and it will continue to give many good fights. I am sorry for the confusion that fans may have. I'm sorry for the confusion media may have. I'm sorry for those who run the statistics.
Do you hear what he said? I'm sorry for the confusion that the media and the fans may have. You ain't sorry. How in the hell you sorry for the confusion when you are the author of the confusion that's going on right now? You're not sorry. You're getting sanctioning fees. Cut it out.
Like maniacs and say, oh my God, what is this? If you look at all record books, you will always see asterisks in some pages. I stay with the activity in the ring, with the great opportunities to many fighters, and I stand proud. It is not something that is going to happen in every weight category. It's not that. It is not that. So I feel confident and I feel at ease and accept every comment, every request. I will accept it and try to get it for the best. Dillian, is that all, Danny?
Just a very quick follow-up. We regard George Kambosos as truly undisputed, as Devin Haney has the WBC lightweight title.
Yes, Devin Haney is the WBC lightweight title. He's a pride WBC champion.
said Devin, yes, Devin Haney is a WBC champion. He's a pride WBC champion. So he's a champion and he's a pride. Okay, here you go. This is what the Alphabet Boy community, the guys who support Devin Haney, because Bill Haney be coming on their shows. You know, when you go on their shows, they D-ride for you. So they D-ride for Devin. Bill might be breaking them off a couple dollars. Allegedly. I gotta say allegedly. You know, breaking them off a couple dollars. And now everybody up in arms. I can't get up in arms for a nigga who ain't gonna get up in arms for himself. If you ain't mad at what Mauricio Sulaiman said, Devin Haney and Bill Haney, why in the hell I'm gonna get mad? Let's continue.
He has grown into being a tremendous champion.
We regard George Kambosos as truly.
Listen to this question again.
Dillian, is that all, Danny?
Just a very quick follow-up. We regard George Kambosos as truly undisputed, as Devin Haney has the WBC lightweight title.
Yes, Devin Haney is the WBC lightweight title. He's a pride WBC champion. He has grown into being a tremendous champion. He defeated Gamboa, defeated Linares, just had a great outing with Jojo Diaz. As I said, it's a new concept. Kambosos defeated Lopez, who defeated Lomachenko. So I do believe he's due recognition as undisputed champion, and great fights to come.
I'm done. I ain't got nothing to say. I wanted you guys to hear it with your own ears and see it with your own eyes if you have it. He said we introduced a new concept. So when he said Devin Haney is the new WBC Pride champion, he just made that shit up just then. He just made it up. He just made it up right then. I apologize to the fans of the confusion and the people in the media, the confusion. You don't apologize. You are the author of that confusion. You created that confusion. So now, I say all that to say this. As it relates to the WBC, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. But I'm not gonna get mad about what Mauricio Sulaiman said. Devin Haney and Bill Haney is in bed with Mauricio Sulaiman. They're in bed with him. I'm not talking about literally, but I'm saying from a business standpoint. If Devin Haney is not mad, upset, riding, going off, I can't believe what Mauricio Sulaiman said. What the hell he mean? I'm a pride champion. Well, I'm not a part of the proud community. What is he talking about? The pride community? What is he talking about? Devin Haney ain't saying shit. Bill Haney ain't saying shit. Why the hell I'm gonna be mad? What I look like fighting for some niggas and they ain't fighting for their goddamn self. Apparently, they don't have a problem with it. If they don't have a problem with it, why should me and you have a problem with it? Devin Haney is the pride champion now. That's what he said. And then how do I know Devin Haney ain't mad? Because guess what? This was what? Sorry about that, guys. Let me blow this up. This interview was done December. This interview was done December the 22nd. That was 2 days ago. Today's the 24th, right? And then less than 24 hours ago, I'll go right here. Then he go back and he says that Mauricio Sulaiman, he said, I am so proud of our WBC boxing lightweight champion, the real Devin Haney, who has an exemplary journey. Yeah. He talked about that. See, they in bed together. He don't mind paying Mauricio Sulaiman sanctioning fees, and he's not complaining about what Mauricio Sulaiman said. And as you can see right here, Devin Haney retweeted it. What Mauricio Sulaiman said, and Mauricio Sulaiman said it right here. So that right there told me everything I needed to know. When I see that you are retweeting shit that Mauricio Sulaiman said, and all of your fans are up in arms talking about, oh man, we got to ride for Devin Haney, and this messed up what they doing to the black man, Devin Haney, and this and that. Devin Haney is in bed with Mauricio Sulaiman. Now you can make an argument. Now I agree with you about the Dillian White situation. The Dillian White situation, you have a good valid argument on that with the Dillian White situation. And Dillian White right now, and the WBC did mandate for him and Tyson Fury to fight each other, so they did that. You can make an argument for Dillian White, but for this right here, no. And that's what I got to say about that. They in bed together. He ain't got a problem with it. So if Devin Haney and Bill Haney don't have a problem with it, why the hell should I have a problem with it? Why should you have a problem with it? You see it right here. 22 hours ago. And this here was 2 days ago. So this was Tuesday, and then right after Tuesday, Devin Haney retweeting what Mauricio Sulaiman said about him being proud of their lightweight champion. So I'm not gonna be on here, oh man, why Devin Haney, and that's a shame what they're doing to Devin Haney. They ain't doing nothing to Devin Haney. Nothing. So anyways, that's how I feel about that. So I ain't doing no nigga-splaining about it and trying to figure it out. I ain't trying to figure shit out. Devin Haney don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. Because if he would have had a problem, he need to make that public, like his supporters is. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach, this is Hawk calling from Maryland.
Oh man, Arthur, what's going on, fam?
Yes, sir, Arthur Hawk. My nickname Hawk. Everybody call me Hawk.
Oh, everybody call you Hawk, okay.
Yeah, but I wanted to say something about what you're talking about, Coach. You got to realize, Sulaiman is, if you think about it this way, Sulaiman is trying to make the trophy belt be an actual belt. Because if you think about it, if the next fight come up, say Devin Haney and Kambosos fight or whatever, if Kambosos don't fight Devin Haney, I'm sorry, if Kambosos don't fight Devin Haney, you have to realize that Kambosos only fought for 3 belts and 1 trophy because the other belt's not supposed to be non-transferable. That's why they're trying to make it legit, because going into the next negotiation, if he don't fight Devin Haney, Kambosos, that means their belt don't really have no negotiating power in the, they're not going to get paid a lot of money because Kambosos has a trophy, not an actual belt, while the WBC, the WBA, and all the other belts are sanctioned belts. That's why Sulaiman is trying to make his belt be an actual belt instead of a trophy. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. What he's trying to do, he says we introduced a new concept, and he's trying to get everybody to grasp on to the new concept that he's introducing. The problem he's having is. Go ahead.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm saying. But the reason he's doing it now, all of a sudden, he wasn't doing it with Teofimo Lopez so much to the point where he came out like he did this time, because Kambosos might not fight Haney.
Right.
So if Kambosos don't fight Haney, then the WBC has no negotiation on quote unquote the next undisputed fight. That's why he's trying to make his belt be an undisputed belt. Be a part of the undisputed system.
Okay.
But that's why it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to say why he's doing it, because in the next negotiation come up, if the French fry belt is just like a trophy, like everybody's really seeing it, then they have, they're not going to be able to ask Kambosos for big money when they come up, because the sanctions always get sanctioned. All the belts get money for sanctioning.
Yeah,
and if you're going to fight in a 4-belt thing, yeah, but if they want to fight for 4 belts, but one of the belts not really included in the 4 belts, that's why he's trying to get. That's because Kambosos don't. What I'm seeing is Kambosos is not going to fight Devin Haney. So they're trying to make this French fry belt a legitimate belt, so they can be a part of the money that's going to be passed around as far as sanctioning fees for undisputed titles. It's got to be more than just fighting a regular fight, with all of them being involved. So that's why WBC is so pressed to try to make everybody believe this belt is a legitimate belt. Because if he don't fight Haney, then they don't have a dog in the fight come Kambosos' next fight. If Devin Haney ain't involved, because that belt is not considered an actual belt to all the rest of the belt, to all the rest of the company.
Man, I can tell how you had troubles explaining this shit. How that tell me everything I need to know. Because this is what I know. What I know is Josh Saylor fought for the WBC belt. He's undisputed. You see what I'm saying? Canelo just fought. He's undisputed. There's no dispute about any of this. He didn't have to petition for none of that stuff like that. And
there you go.
And what I'm saying is what he revealed was he just cleared up. Lomachenko petitioned to have a belt created for him that did not exist in the lightweight division.
Yeah. Right.
And then that belt was non-transferable.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So it's basically a trophy.
Right.
If it's non-transferable, it's basically a trophy. That's why he's trying to make us believe it's a real belt.
Yeah, ain't nobody
So
falling.
he
Ain't
can be
nobody
involved
falling.
with this
Yeah,
next.
ain't nobody falling for it. Ain't nobody falling. Hey, but
Yeah,
Arthur,
it's garbage, bro. It's pure garbage. They making up shit as they go along.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
he's trying to make
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. That's what he's
Yeah.
doing. That's what he's
He
doing.
like a pimp. He's like a pimp trying to make you believe in his he doing.
So
He's trying to pimp everybody. He's trying to pimp everybody.
So my question is this though. For the Devin Haney fans who are upset that Mauricio Sulaiman said that Devin Haney is the Pride champion and WBC Pride champion, and Kambosos is the undisputed champion. Why? What do you have to say about that? Because I see quite a few content creators, they up in arms about this. Why should I explain to me? Why should I be upset at what Mauricio Sulaiman said about Devin Haney when Devin Haney and Bill Haney is not upset about it?
And coach, I'm exactly in the same boat with you. Devin Haney ain't tripping because his paycheck ain't changing. That's why Devin Haney ain't saying nothing. He's still getting paid the same amount.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because all of the other sanctioning bodies are considering him as a real champion.
Right.
So that's the reason he ain't complaining. Yeah, he ain't gonna say nothing because his paycheck ain't. Now, if they start paying Devin Haney just $1 million a fight, then he gonna complain.
Right.
But they giving him $3 million. So he ain't worried about it.
Yeah, that belt.
I don't know why everybody worries about it.
That belt,
he's still getting paid the same amount.
Yeah, that belt holds leverage. So he don't mind paying the sanctioning
fees.
There you
go.
He don't mind paying the sanctioning fees because as long as he still recognized as a champion, then he can demand more money when he has a fight. So I get that. I get that.
There you go.
Arthur, thank you so much, my brother, for calling in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, coach.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my brother Arthur Hawkins, man, calling from Maryland. That makes sense. So that so my thing is if Hawk figured that out, you know what I mean, that would make sense to me, and that's what I was thinking any damn ways. Then there's no need for these Devin Haney fans to be upset at what Mauricio Sulaiman's done. It's like you're creating fake outrage. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I'm so outraged at what he said. Yeah, but the guy who you outraged for, he's not outraged. You know what I mean? If he's not outraged, why the hell I'm gonna be outraged? That doesn't make any sense. So, anyways, we know that Vasily Lomachenko petitioned to have a belt created for him, and we know that when Teofimo he petitioned to get that same belt that was non-transferable. So we got two fighters that petitioned to get the French fries belt, and then of course George Kambosos he petitioned to get the French fries belt as well. So Easy Dime said the reason he ain't complaining is because he's being promoted as a lightweight champion. Okay, so if that's why he's not complaining, then why is everybody else complaining? Not everybody else. Then why is his supporters complaining? Some of them. That will explain why Devin Haney's not complaining. I'm not even asking that question. I'm saying that Devin Haney not complaining. So why his supporters don't know that? Why the YouTube channels who's capping for him don't know that? You see what I'm saying? Like, I can give two fucks about that, to be honest with you. Devin Haney don't care, so I don't care. You know what I mean? He say fighters have to step up and just drop the belt and never bring it up again. Yeah. Con Chandra says, I'm personally not concerned about Haney or his career. It's the transparent BS that's being cultivated by that Muppet Sulaiman. Yeah, but see, the fighters are the only ones that can do something about that. Con Chandra, the fighters are the only one that can do something about that. If the fighter say, you know what, man, I ain't playing these games with you no more. But apparently they don't have a problem playing the game. So if they don't have a problem playing the game, then guess what? It is what it is. Mauricio Sulaiman should continue to what he's doing. He's a bullshitter. That's what he's always been. He say, I'm glad the WBO, WBA, and the IBF ain't going for it. No, they not going for it. And the people who keep track of the history books on who's undisputed, that's not going for it. They know better than that. They know better than that. He says Devin is a nice guy, not a ducker. I respect him fully. Halim says that Fight Hype interviewer looked confused. Yes, he was confused because Mauricio Sulaiman was making it up as he went along. Benny says that WBC changed the rules so you could pass on the French fries belt. Yeah, exactly. He says the media mad to make more content. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, I ain't making no content on that shit. John Jones said, boxing makes you a bitter person. Eddie Hearn told you that, huh? Okay. Charlo says that fighters need to step up, but they want to play along. Yeah, they playing along with it. Hey, Charlo, you hit the nail right on the head. They playing along with it. So this is just fake outrage to me. You see what I'm saying? They playing along with it. The fighters ain't tripping. He says, Mauricio Suleiman is lying. Lomachenko said in an interview in Ukraine that he did not request the franchise belt. Well, how do you know Lomachenko not lying? You see what I'm saying? That's if Lomachenko said that, that's Lomachenko word against Mauricio Suleiman word. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Jay Graves, that's word against word. We don't know who's lying in that situation. What we do know that Lomachenko dropped his belt. We know that. We know he dropped his belt, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't drop his belt for no reason. He dropped it for a reason. So I kind of believe Mauricio Suleiman, because you're gonna have to explain to me why would Lomachenko drop his belt to become to fight to become undisputed. If you drop a belt, you can't fight to become undisputed, because the very belt that you need to become undisputed, you drop the belt. So if you drop the very belt that you needed to become undisputed, explain to me why he dropped that belt and how he got the friend. I believe Mauricio Suleiman. Now that I think about it and talking about it right now, that makes sense to me. Because why would you drop a belt that you need in order to become undisputed in a division in order to receive a belt that did not exist if you did not request it? Yeah. He said, why would Lomachenko invent a new belt, coach? Yeah, Lomachenko did invent a new belt. WBC did. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Why did he drop the belt? He said, explain why Lomachenko requested a belt no one ever heard of. Well, people heard of the belt. People heard it on the franchise belt before, because Canelo had it at middleweight. He said he requested it for. Oh, Bob requested it. Okay, Bob requested it. All right. Bob requested it. Okay. Let's see. Scotty says, he say, if it was one champ, one belt, this wouldn't be even a topic. You hit the nail right on the head, fam. Hit the nail right on the head. Hit the nail right on the head. He's an excellent show, coach. I really appreciate that. JB says, people are addicted to outrage and victimhood. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Devin Haney, after his fight with Jojo Diaz, posted a vid with their jeweler and bragging about how he spent $1 million in jury. These fighters ain't victims. No. If they are victims, I wouldn't mind being that kind of victim. If they are victims, I want some of that victimhood there. When you get, millions of dollars and buy, give me some of that victimhood. So that's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, it's some fake outrage. Bill Haney, Devin Haney, they don't have a problem with Mauricio Suleiman. As a matter of fact, they love Mauricio Suleiman. As a matter of fact, they love him. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be one of the guys who are going to be outraged about some shit when the guys who are in business with Mauricio Suleiman, they're not outraged. They don't have a problem with it. Mauricio Suleiman getting money, and he created a new concept, and that's what it is. And he lies as it goes along. I think people should I think people should just respect that. I just think people should respect that. That's all. This guy says, he said Lomachenko boxing goal is to become undisputed. Why would he drop a belt that he would need to become undisputed? That's the question I asked. That's the question I asked. As a matter of fact, let me body this right now. Let me body this right now. Go ahead and let me body this right now. Let's see. I had the receipt right here. I'm gonna go ahead and body this shit right here. This is gonna be real easy right here. Real easy, real easy. Where's the receipt? Where's the receipt? Where's the receipt? Vasily Lomachenko. Ta-da. There we go right there. Ta-da. Ta-da. Let's keep going. Let's see. Let's see. I got something for you. Let's see. Let's go here. I got another one for you. Hold on. I got that one. Let's go to another one. I got some receipts here for you. Let's do this. So we got that one. I need to know why, and I ain't making a big deal about it. I already know the answer to it already. I ask questions I already know the answer to. I just want to see what people are going to say. Let's hit that one. And I think I have another one over here. I ask questions I already know the damn answer to. Let's see. Let's go here. All right, let's go here. Let's see. Oh, let's see. All right. Okay, let's stop right here. Let's continue. Let's see. As a matter of fact, let's pull up one more receipt. I got another receipt for you. Let's go. I didn't think I was going to have to do this again, but I guess I have to do it again. I got one more receipt here for you. Let's go there. One more receipt here. Let's see. Hold on, guys. I got you right here. Let's see. All right. Let's continue to go. Where we at? Let's see. All right. Here we go. Let's go ahead and do this, man. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, Vasily Lomachenko. This is October 23rd, 2019. WBC names Vasily Lomachenko the franchise champion. We're going to look at this. I didn't think I was going to have to do this again. After receiving widespread ridicule, you say, oh God, it's spreading again. You say, after receiving widespread ridicule for promoter Canelo Alvarez, the franchise champion, essentially making him their middleweight champion forever, the WBC have bestowed the same dubious honor upon lightweight ruler Vasily Lomachenko. This presumably upgrades the interim champion Devin Haney to regular champion. So he says so at least. So now what I don't understand is, the one guy said that Vasily Lomachenko never asked for the franchise belt. Mauricio Suleiman said he did ask for the franchise belt. What we do know is that Vasily Lomachenko had the belt that Devin Haney got elevated to. How did he lose that belt? How did Canelo, when he had the WBC middleweight championship belt at middleweight, how did he lose his belt? But let's continue. Let's go over here. So they talked about what the hell is the real purpose of the franchise belt. They have a picture of Canelo Alvarez and the picture of Vasily Lomachenko. Franchise champions, do we even want them? Now, this is talking about Canelo Alvarez. I can go on about this. I can go on about this, and you can see how they changed this shit. As it stands in boxing, there are already a ridiculous number of belts floating around. To name a few, there are an interim, gold, silver, regular, super champion titles, championship titles. Even among hardcore boxing fans, keeping up with the excess of belts is no small feat. This is what they're saying right here, right? In June, the WBC shook up the boxing world by announcing their new creation of the franchise belt. This was in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. 2019. Yep, 2019. This was in 2019. You see what I'm saying? Now, they came up with the franchise belt. Along with this reveal, the organization would declare Saul Canelo Alvarez would be the first recipient of the new title. With the existing oversaturation of belts, no one wanted to see another title dreamed up on the whim, meaning come out of thin air, right? So now, the new era, the new franchise belt became increasingly meaningless with the revelation that the belt only the WBC may bestow the title to a fighter. This means that once appointed, a fighter cannot lose the belt, even if that fighter has lost the fight. The fighter cannot lose the franchise belt, even if that fighter has lost the fight. As we know, they changed it. They changed the rules for what they said 2 years ago. We know that, right? Likewise, if a fighter knocks out a franchise champion, they cannot take ownership of the belt. We know that is to be a lie. We know they changed the rules because when Vasily Lomachenko lost to Teofimo Lopez petitioned to get that belt, and he became the franchise champion. This rather befuddling twist has boxing fans and insiders alike scratching their heads in confusion. This is the confusion that Mauricio Suleiman was talking about in the interview. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it did. How did it get worse? According to this article, give and take. When Canelo Alvarez was awarded the franchise belt, we're going to say the French fries belt. When Canelo was awarded the French fries belt, he was already the full champion. Meanwhile, Jamal Hitman Charlo was the interim champion. Charlo versus Alvarez is a gem of a bout that fight fans have been wanting to see for years. It's also, as a matter of fact, let me blow this up a little bit more so you guys can see it. Okay, it's also a fight that Charlo himself has craved for years. This is what this is what they're saying, right? So as the interim champion, Team Charlo was in prime position to apply a great deal of pressure to the WBC and Team Alvarez to make the prize fight a reality. Yet when Canelo was elevated to the franchise championship belt, Charlo's interim title was also elevated to full championship status. Let's continue. Let's continue. The common thought is that Alvarez was, in all actuality, stripped, but with a needless, complicated consolation prize. For one, the belt further muddies the waters on who the true champion is. This is why they're having this debate right now today in the lightweight division. Furthermore, it derailed a potential dynamic prize fight. Neither is good. Now, let's continue. This week, the WBC named Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko, 14-1 with 10 KOs, as their second franchise champion. Similar to Alvarez, Lomachenko had a fantastic would-be opponent in Devin the Dream Haney, who was also the interim WBC lightweight champion at the time of his elevation. The Dream became High-Tech's mandatory. Let's stop right there. It says right here, the Dream, which is Devin Haney, became Vasily Lomachenko's High-Tech's mandatory on September the 9th with his victory over Zaur Abdullaev. Well, that was until what? The WBC sprinkled their magical franchise championship dust on the Ukrainians' shoulders. Now, Devin Haney is the full WBC lightweight champion, but has no true way to leverage a bout with Lomachenko, just as Charlo vocalized his desire to face Canelo Alvarez. The Dream has sustained a very public campaign calling for a prize fight with Lomachenko. So after naming 2 franchise champions, 2 potential barn burner fights went up in smoke. So basically what they're saying is by Mauricio Sulaiman creating the franchise belt, he stopped 2 potential mega fights from happening. Let's continue. At the moment, the franchise belt is looking more like an avoid a tough fight free pass. Let's repeat. At the moment, the franchise belt is looking more like an avoid a tough fight free pass, meaning a duck belt. This is why fans are saying that the franchise belt is a duck belt. Just as well, the franchise champion does not have any mandatories to satisfy like all the other champions are required to do. When answering questions for the Boxing Voice, even the WBC president Mauricio Sulaiman became flustered and irritated trying to make sense of the largely pointless new belt. Mauricio Sulaiman said, it is confusing. I don't want to get into it. Can you believe that there is instant replay in football 20 years? No, what this guy says is confusing. I don't want to get into it. Can you believe that it is instant replay in football? 20 years ago, there was a tremendous move against everything that had to be technology. You have to move on to new times. This is what Mauricio Sulaiman is saying. People want to see the best fights happen. Well, according to the article, when you made Canelo and Vasily Lomachenko franchise champions, it was 2 fights that they could have had. That by you making the franchise champions, you allowed them not to have that fight. Lomachenko wants to fight the best challenge possible, and we are permitting it through the franchise champion to go and fight other champions in other divisions to take on whatever it is, whatever is the best challenge. Let's stop right there. I don't have to read no more. Hey man, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's the receipt right there. So we got Mauricio Sulaiman talking. It is what it is. Vasily Lomachenko had the belt. He had the WBC belt. He gave it up. He got stripped, gave it up, got robbed. Santa Claus took it from him. However it went down, he doesn't have that belt anymore, and he got elevated to the franchise belt. That's what happened. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Nelson said, oh, wow, what a point right there, coach. It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. So, it is what it is, man. So now we got a WBC undisputed champion. Notice I said WBC undisputed champion. And we have a WBC regular lightweight champion. That's what we have. And the author of this confusion is Mauricio Sulaiman. He created it. He created it. So I let y'all try to figure that out. Let y'all try to figure that out. He got promoted. So this guy said Haney wasn't ranked high enough to be Loma's mandatory when Loma won the belt, #1 versus #2 against Campbell. Loma turned his attention toward the IBF after that fight. Lomachenko, Devin Haney was an interim champion, sir. He was an interim champion. Same position that Tyson Fury is in. Same position that Dillian White is in right now. He was an interim champion. Same position that Alexander Usyk was in. He was the WBO mandatory interim champion. He had to fight Anthony Joshua, and he beat Anthony Joshua. It's the same shit, sir. I get it. I understand. I know you might be. I know you might be a pro Teofimo fan. I get it. I understand, sir. But it is what it is, sir. It is what it is, sir. I get it. I understand. The Teofimo is, the Lomachenko is your guy. I get it. I understand.
You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking about?
I know he's your guy, brother. I get it. I get it. True. But Devin Haney was Lomachenko's mandatory. He would have been in a position to, by being the interim champion fighting in an eliminator match, he would have been in a position to press for that fight. I get it. I understand. Whether you want to believe it or not, that doesn't change the reality of what it is. Doesn't change the reality. You don't have to like Devin Haney. You can hate him. I ain't got no problem with none of that. But it doesn't change the reality of what it is. That's all it is. Contradictory said it's all about making money, transparent goalpost shifting to put dollars in pockets. Exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. So, the interim champion, it is what it is, man. So it is what it is, bro. Scott Earl say they're making excuses. When they go to doing all that, man, I already know what time it is. I already know what time it is. True. I already know what time it is.
To this day.
You know what I mean? So, and listen, I don't have a problem with it. But you're not going to shit on my plate and tell me it's meatloaf. Not going to piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I know rain when I see it. And other than that, man, that's what I got to say, bro. That's what I got to say about all this shit. This WBC shit, I'm not, mad, upset, riding for this. Devin Haney don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. We know about the history of the French fries belt. We know what it is. We know fighters gave up their WBC belts, whether they gave them up or got stripped, because whatever fighter that was coming up in line that they could have fought, they didn't want to fight that guy. They wanted to fight someone else. It is what it is. You don't have to like it, but this is the truth. It is what it is. They invented 2 belts in 2 different weight divisions. For whatever the reason they did it. And those guys who had those belts, those guys who received those belts, they gave up their championship belt in order to get the Elevation French fries belt. That's what we know. And the guys who received the real belt before the French fries belt was ever created, those guys are called email champions. But guess what? The people who initially received the French fries belt, they didn't fight anybody for it. Those belts came via email as well. So that's it. That's it. So other than that, that's it, man. This is our boy Coach Malachi Williams. We're going to go ahead and give everybody a round of applause. And it is what it is. I'm not tripping on what Mauricio Suleiman says. If Devin Haney in love with him and Bill love him, and they like it, guess what? If they like it, I love it. That's their thing. All that niggas splaining and all that stuff there, it is what it is. We don't do that over here. He say, coach, you went before Suleiman is a politician. Yeah, he's a politician. Politicians speak in circles. They speak in circles. That's what they do, right? They speak in circles. But let's go ahead. Listen, man, if I don't say your name, please leave a comment below so I can get your name, okay? Please just leave a comment below so I can get your name, because we had a lot of people here today. Let's go ahead and do this, man. OJ the Jew Man style. You know how we doing, man. You know how we do it.
To this day.
Let's get it in. Shout out to the Queen, all that.
Okay.
Shout out to the Queen, all that. Shout out to the Queen, Bless 365.
Okay.
Hold on. We got a call calling in. Hold on, guys. Got a call calling in. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach, this is Hawk. I be from Maryland. I just want to make one more point to you, Coach.
Go ahead.
All right. The fact that everybody's all up in arms because Devin Haney, because they changed Devin Haney's title to being called the Pride Champion, right?
Right.
That's why they're all getting upset, right?
Mm-hmm.
But did you ever see that movie Casino, Robert De Niro?
Yeah. Seen it about 3 times.
You see that movie, right?
Yeah, 3 times. Robert De Niro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, remember they were trying to get Robert De Niro to be the casino boss. The bosses were trying to make him the casino boss.
Right.
The first thing he said was, I can't get a license.
Yeah, I remember that.
And what the bosses told him, they said, it don't matter. When you go in there, you just tell them you're the food and beverage director, you're the floor manager one week, you're the food and beverage director next week. The point I'm making is, it don't matter what they change the title to, he was still the boss. So they can change his name all they want. His title still has all the lineage, whereas though that new French fry belt has no lineage and no history behind it. Mm-hmm. Devin Haney has the real title with the real lineage, so he's still the boss until he loses. So it don't matter what they change his name to. His belt is the one that's successful.
Yeah. Devin ain't got a problem with it. He don't care. So yeah, but thank you
that's
so
right.
much. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, bro.
Yeah, thank you so much, Hawk. Thank you, bro. Thank you, my brother.
Happy New Year to you too.
Yes, sir. You too, my brother. You too. Yeah, man. Shout out to Halim in the building. Shout out to my main man, Ronald Finkley, man. Shout out to, let's give everybody a shout out who called in as well. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Shout out to Shelton from LA, my big brother Shelton. Shout out to my main man, Big Ronald Finkler, man, from Vermont. And shout out to my brother Arthur. Shout out to my brother Hawk, man, Hawk from Maryland. All right, shout out to Fat Apples. Shout out to Teach in the building. Shout out to Paul Evans and salute to Ava as well. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bells. Shout out to the Queen Arlette. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365. Shout out to my main man Jerome Benjamin. Shout out to shout out to Samuel. Shout out to Charles Stevens. Shout out to Con Shonery. Shout out to Big J in the building. Shout out to Scotty Earl. Shout out to Paul Evans. Shout out to Yuli X Games. Shout out to Nelson. What's going on, fam? If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Shout out to Jay Graves 58. Shout out to Terrence Trotter. Shout out to Con Shonery. Shout out to Fat Apples. Shout out to the Queen Karma Serene. Man, Karma, I didn't even know you was here. Shout out to the Queen Karma Serene. Shout out to Charles Stevens. Shout out to Beckett and Eggs. Shout out to let's see, George H in the building. Shout out to Emmanuel. Shout out to Jacob Torres. Shout out to Two Matador. Shout out to Marion G. Shout out to John Jones. Shout out to Boxing for Life. Shout out to let's see, who else we have in the building? Shout out to Scotty Earl. Shout out to, they need some of the same names. Yeah, these some of the same names. Let me skip by this. Shout out to Con Shonery. Shout out to ADD. Shout out to the Queen Love Green Eyes P. Shout out to, who else we have in the building? Seeing the same names. Same names. So I'm going to go down to the bottom. Shout out to Paul Burke. Shout out to Paul Burke. Let's see. Let's see, man. Who else? Shout out to Dragon Leg. Shout out to Wendell Jackson. Shout out to my main man. Let's see, Seawood in the building. Con Shonery. Shout out to Pounds. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Big J in the building. Shout out to 913 Boxer. Shout out to Steve Kim as well. Steve Kim writing a beautiful article. Shout out to Steve Kim. Let's see. Shout out to my brother Charlo, man. Everybody happy holidays as well. Shout out to, let's see, Marion G. Shout out to, who else we have in the building? Tommy Hill, what's going on, fam? Salute to you, my brother. Happy holidays. Shout out to Adrian on Big 30. Shout out to Michael Buffer. Shout out to AV Sounds. Hey, I know right now it's Christmas time in the UK, so it's Christmas time in the UK right now. Shout out to Bernard Burton. Shout out to, let's see, I think that's it. I think we got everybody. Shout out to King KO as well. And salute to everybody. And salute to my haters and detractors. Please, the lady from Cleveland, Ohio, please just stop leaving these long ass comments. Not gonna reply to you. And if you don't like me, don't unsubscribe and don't watch me anymore. Okay? I promise you we won't miss you over here. And I'm saying it nice. Shout out to Terrence Trotter. Other than that, man, that's it, man. This our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today USA Boxing. You know, tomorrow is Christmas time, so yeah, tomorrow's Christmas time. Today Friday, tomorrow's Christmas time. I won't be going live tomorrow, but we will be live Sunday. Sunday, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We will be live. We will be live, and we're gonna have a damn good show. Other than that, that's it. It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams. Shout out to Devon. Shout out to Teach. See you guys Sunday, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Holla at you guys, man. Sunday. We're going to have church Sunday. Other than that, peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.